Madame on the beat.
I see mommy in Kechi, a rapper don't tell she the new for grave where my uche de papa Emeka. Don't blind from growing, Peking don't fall, now watch up I'm raw. Please have they shake my hand no fever. Yesterday we laughed, today now just we more. If we don't stop this night where we they share, tell me who go sing for the ones we know they.
She need the voice from under the soil. Brother, no let my blood turn to oil. Little other they ask where my papa go. Her small hand they shake, she knows I be this woe. I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
No, make we try yo. Back up in the day.
I beg my
I see mommy in Kechi, a rapper don't tell she the new for grave where my uche de papa Emeka. Don't blind from growing, Peking don't fall, now watch up I'm raw. Please have they shake my hand no fever. Yesterday we laughed, today now just we more. If we don't stop this night where we they share, tell me who go sing for the ones we know they.
She need the voice from under the soil. Brother, no let my blood turn to oil. Little other they ask where my papa go. Her small hand they shake, she knows I be this woe. I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
No, make we try yo. Back up in the day.
I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
Oh, make we try yo.
Back up joins with the trembling. Oh, hey. If we no join now, our children go so. We need peace, we choose freedom. We need peace, we choose freedom.
There was a nation living in peace and unity. Hey, they are people with love and harmony. Oh, yeah. They saw greatness rise up to its purity. With another people of different culture, a dear heritage, biased and oppressive. Oh, I see. A nation from trigger of Africa, Rising with strength and might and power. In due time, nobody gonna praise us. Rather you all gonna embrace her. Wave your flag, wave your flag, wave your flag, wave your flag. Oh yeah. Let the tears of our mothers who lost their children be heard. Let the blood of our heroes speak from now till forever. Let the whole wide world know Biafra is our home. Oh yeah, Biafra is our home. Oh, it's my home. Yeah. Biafra is our home.
I reminisce way back 1967. Death toll and the blood couldn't count them even. Mama screaming, child squealing, pops on the ground. 2.5 years, over 3 million's gone. Why? Cause we asked for our freedom, and we're going back to our sovereign kingdom. They shut us down when we cried, the world said nothing. Sitting back in the crib, watching our suffering. Should I talk about the place dropping shells like rain? Suka had the first taste of a hero's blood. Aganst was stronger than flood, but the juke is too strong and fought them off on the chart. Thought the bloodshed's gone, then it came again. 216 and the massacre, it started again. So bloody name, I couldn't cry tears. Blood dripping down my eyes, water in my veins. We died trying to fight the cause and we're trying to break him. It's our freedom, but the world was against us.
Wave your flag over Africa. Welcome people of Biafra. Wave your flag over all the world. See those people of Zion is here.
It is the nation that the Lord has chosen for the people of Zion. It is the nation that the Lord has chosen for the people of Zion.
We need peace, we choose freedom. We need peace, we choose freedom. Hey. Let the tears of our mothers who lost their children be heard. Let the blood of our heroes speak from now till forever. Let the whole wide world know Biafra is our home. I see the rising sun from Africa. Oh, this is sign of victory. Oh, yeah. I see future in Africa. Oh yeah, people of Biafra. See light shining on the world. Oh yeah.
This is my wicked world. This is my confusion world. Listen to Palibran. I'm really telling you a story about the one lady girl. Pali they go to work to Pali they work for bank. Then I enter for motor. The driver they go. Opposite Udi. But they're not behind the side. Along the school road. I see people run. I see people run. Then I ask the driver. The driver waiting they happen. The driver waiting they happen. The driver tell the Pali boy. See no day for talk. See nothing for talk. It better you take your eye and see. Then I call the driver. The driver waiting. The driver waiting. na wicked word. This is na Confucian word. Listen to Palibran. I will be telling you a story about one lady girl. Polly they go to work. Polly they work for bank. Then I enter for motor. Driver they go. Opposite Udi. But the right hand the side. Along Gusukudu Road. I see people run. I see people run. Then I ask the driver.
The prayer of David from the book of Psalm, chapter 7. And I will pray in English because a lot of people are listening all over the world. I mean, a lot. Millions are listening all over the world. And I want them to follow our proceedings this very evening. Very, very critical, very, very important that we do so. O Lord, my God, the creator of the heavens and the earth, We take refuge in you. Save and deliver us from all that pursue us. Because if you look away from us, they will tear us apart like a lion and rip us to pieces with no one to rescue us. Because the world is against Biafra for no reason. We are hated, we are despised for no discernible reason. Only thee, O Lord God Almighty in heaven, is our Savior, not man. You must come to our rescue. Because you are our Lord and you are our God. If we have done this, if I have done anything, if there is guilt on my hands, if I have repaid anybody, be it friend or an adversary, with evil or without cause, have done wrong to any man or woman, then let the Fulani Janjaweed pursue and overtake me. Let them trample down my life to the ground and make me sleep in the dust. Arise, O Elohim, Adonai El Shaddai, in your anger, rise up against the rain. You will rise and you will fight for your children. You will awake, O Heavenly Father, Lord God Almighty, the creator of the earth, the owner of the universe, for you must decree justice. Let your children and all men and of goodwill gather around you while you sit on top of your throne in the highest of the heavens, the habitation that only thee can ever occupy. Oh, vindicate me, O Lord, you will vindicate IPOB, you will vindicate your children of Biafra, according to our righteousness, according to our integrity. O Most High, bring an end to the violence of the wicked, bring an end to Fulani Janjaweed violence in our land, bring an end to their abductions, bring an end to their kidnappings, bring an end to their extrajudicial slaughter of the innocent, bring an end to their forced conversion of Christians into Islam, bring to an end their mediocrity, bring to an end their senseless feudal rule, bring to an end their evil and their deception. Come and secure the righteous, because only you, O God Almighty in heaven, can see in the dark. Only you know the hearts of men. You are our shield. We have nobody. Between 67 and 1970, the whole world ganged up and fought against your children. We did not steal anything from anybody. We did not go after anybody's possession nor inheritance. We were on our own in the land that you gave to our ancestors. They conspired, they connived, they colluded to kill us. Over 5 million people. We are dead at the end of it. You are our shield. We do not trust in any man or in any state. We trust only in thee. Because you are God and you always save the upright at heart. Anybody whose heart is clean, O Heavenly Father, to those you do not abandon to their enemies. That is why you cannot abandon IPOB. That is why Biafra can never be abandoned. because your words are yea and amen. You are God, you're not human. Facebook may have been bought over by Nigeria, and we pray that Twitter will not succumb to their threats and their violence. You are God, and you are not upright and a just judge. But you are also a God that displays his wrath every blessed day. If Fulani Janjaweed do not relent in what they are doing, if the Fulani Caliphate continues to pursue this scorched earth policy of abductions and murder and mayhem, then you, O Lord God in heaven, you will sharpen your sword, you will bend and string your bow, you will prepare your deadly weapons, you will make ready your flaming arrows. Whoever is pregnant with evil conceives trouble and gives birth to disillusionment. That is what is happening in the zoo called Nigeria. Nigeria is pregnant with evil because it conceived trouble and it has now given birth to disillusionment. All the holes that the Fulani Janjaweed are digging for us into that pit, they are falling into one after the other. The trouble that they have caused will always rebound on them. Their violence will come down on their own heads. O Heavenly Father, for we shall give thee thanks always, all the days of our lives, because only thee is righteous. We shall sing songs of praise unto your holy name, O Most High. For as long as there is a child on this earth of Biafran descent and heritage, O Heavenly Father, we shall worship your name and your name alone, now and forevermore, we pray. He said, that was our prayer this evening. We are now going to proceed without further hesitation to bring to you the gospel which I have been mandated by heaven to preach to the children of men. The video of the young man lamenting in Zamfara. You have not done anything. A government that is working with ISIS, Islamic State, is lecturing us about insecurity in the East. You people should come. Come now. You have killed 8 no more here today. Maybe tomorrow or next, 16 of you will die. It's simple now. You write your rubbish, you call your lament, you send more soldiers, you bring them, and they will die. You bring more, and they will die. God punish all of you. You want to be clever. Like Southeast governors, they want to be clever. Insecurity. Who brought Operation Python dance? I'm asking them. Who fired the first shot? I'm asking them. Who brought the army to start killing people? I'm asking them. Now the people are saying enough is enough. You are talking insecurity everywhere. Insecurity everywhere. INEC said, it doesn't matter. We conduct election. Come and conduct and let us see. In Anambra, November. I'm laughing in Greek. In Anambra election. You think we are going to beg people, oh, stay at home, don't come out. No. There'll be no election in Anambra in November. Instead, heaven will fall. That'll be none. Watch and see. Watch and see. We'll put on video. I ain't about cinema. We'll put on cinema for you. You'll be watching in November. Come and do election and let us see. Maybe Obiano should prepare to stay in office longer, or they should appoint somebody else because there'll be no election in Anambra State. So you can bring another hope of them into Anambra. People are joking. The same people bombing, killing, raping, and sacking villages are telling me about insecurity. Is it not the same Asorok that said, the same Femi Adesina writing rubbish, telling you either give your land for Ruga or your life will go? Are you not the same people? Are you not the same people? You are now trying to tell us about insecurity because people are fighting back. That's all. You bring your army and police as the advance guard. Right now, as I speak, the Fulani hit squad in Abia State is inside Obinze military barracks. Obinze, they are there. That's where they are camped. Every Fulani attacking every village, both in Yoruba land, they quarter them very close to a Fulani controlled military barracks. That's what they do. I want Nigeria, our country, we need unity. That's rubbish. No wonder white people are racist towards black people and no other race. Because I have discovered what they found out a long time ago, that black people are foolish. They can't reason very well. Somebody who told you that if he loses elections, the monkeys and baboons will be soaked in blood is now telling us, allegedly, about insecurity. The idiots that lost elections and they killed youth coppers, 11 of them, Igbo people, is telling me about insecurity. The person that said an attack against Boko Haram is an attack against the North is telling me about insecurity. The people appointed as the spokespeople, chief negotiator for Boko Haram is telling me about insecurity. And you swallow all this nonsense every day. Chineke Meluna Bele and these black people.
So, who is going about deliberately looking for who to disturb? You say never go about. You don't need to go about. They will come. They will come for you. You don't need to go about. What did our leader say about these people? I want you to listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Say, please don't go about looking for trouble. Chai! The Shoji. Mad people everywhere. I want you to listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
That the structures doesn't exist. The institutions that will allow the emergence of a
rather than going on now. Now, let me ask you. I know. Why don't your group put?
For those who will always say, "Oh, why don't you win election? Why don't you bring somebody who is going to win election for you? Why don't you go to national conference? Why don't you do this?" Listen to what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu answered.
Push for that in a place like the national conference that is going on now to get that kind of autonomy first, rather than now pushing for independence without whether Nigeria wants it or not.
The fact of the matter is that the structures doesn't exist. The institutions that will allow the emergence of a democratic Biafra within a peaceful setting does not currently exist in that very place you call Nigeria. Mind you, that is the name of a river. Up north, you call them Niger, which is French. If you come down a little bit, it is called Niger, which is English. And the people that live around it are called Nigerians. The only place, or part of the only place in Black Africa where you name a people after a river. I have never seen any civilized country in the world where people are named after a river. It's never happened before. The people own the river, not the other way around. By tacitly accepting the word and the tag Nigeria, what it means is that you never had any history until Frederick Lugard came, which is a fallacy, it's an abomination, and nobody should be saying that. Coming back to what you said, there is no way we can run for office as a political party. We tried it with ABGA and it did not work. These issues were trashed out very well. Is that the people that control the levers of power within Nigeria are not politically sophisticated enough to appreciate the finer points of political discourse. In other words, that disputes resolution can best be conducted within a political setting where people are civilized. And I'm afraid to say that what I see in the zoo they call Nigeria, people are not civilized.
Now, we're out of time, but let me ask you, last week, I believe, the Biafran Zionist movement claimed a responsibility for the attack at the attacks in the Enugu State Government House. Are you familiar with that group, and what was the mission of that attack?
I am familiar with a lot of groups. That name rings a bell. Anybody that can do anything to disrupt the present orthodoxy of governance by a group of very corrupt cabals is welcome. In that regard, I welcome what they did at Enugu, and I hope that people can come out and join us when the time comes to overthrow the very corrupt, inept old men and women in charge of that very place, because Biafra must exist. It's our right to make sure it happens.
All right.
While Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not condemning any group, while Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not condemning any group whatsoever, just like I am supporting any group at all, so long as you are fighting against Nigeria. While Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not supporting, is not condemning any group, the people that claim follow him today, they say Simon Ekpa is a terrorist. Simon Ekpa is this. Simon Ekpa is that. After 10 good months of fighting Simon Ekpa, they didn't achieve anything. After 10 months of fighting Simon Ekpa, they didn't achieve anything. Yet, they are now changing tone. Simon Ekpa is a terrorist. Simon Ekpa is the leader of a non-government. Chai! This OG. And they are looking for freedom. You see, the more you blackmail me, the more you are blackmailing yourself. You think you are blackmailing me. You are blackmailing yourself. You don't know that? When the BBC came and do their nonsense disinformation, is it only Simon Ekpa that they showed his picture? Is it only Simon Ekpa? You all were there. All of you were there. You could not even defend yourself. The same Simon Ekpa you are calling all manner of names defended you there. And let me tell you, even when they mentioned Simon Ekpa, the issue they mentioned Simon Ekpa, there was not even, I can defend anything I say. All of you, you could not defend yourself, yet, you blackmail me. You think that when you blackmail me, when they want to call name, they call only Ekpa? All of you, your picture were there. Did you see my picture in the write-up? No. My picture was my video was hidden in the video. But all of you, your picture was there. Every day you look for Simon Ekpa, you post. Simon Ekpa is one poda. Simon Ekpa is a perima. Simon Ekpa is this. When the thing begin to happen, you think it doesn't, they will call you. And when the issue started, you could not defend yourself. You couldn't defend yourself. BBC did not say it was Simon Ekpa. BBC put your picture, all of you, as you were blackmailing Simon Ekpa, they did not say it was, they put all of your picture. So this one, they say, we are going to kill this one, we are going to kill that one. All of your picture was there. Your video was there. Yet, you will wake up every day to blackmail Simon Ekpa. And every day, if you don't, of course, some of you can never learn. Hatred and jealousy of Simon Ekpa have beclouded the brain that you don't even have at all. I do not know when they are going to learn. They think when they promote Simon Ekpa by calling Simon Ekpa criminal, BBC will come and say Simon Ekpa. All of you, the more you are calling me a terrorist, the way you are calling me a terrorist is the same thing you are calling yourself. You think when you are a terrorist, oh, Jesus Christ. This BBC disinformation should have teach all of you a lesson. You think when you come to social media, because you hate me, because you are jealous of me, because you don't like me, you think when you call me criminal, you are going to pay for everything you say. You are going to pay. You carry my name and blackmail. Simon Ekpa is the leader of a non-government. Simon Ekpa is this one. Simon Ekpa is that one. You see the way BBC is dealing with you people? If anything is going to happen anywhere, you are going to also be dragged into it. And you can't even defend yourself. Iti boribos. Iti pataka. Everywhere. Get yourself educated, you say no. Go to school, you say no. Simonekpa every day. Simonekpa every morning. All right. We are going to stop here because of time. We started very late today.
Oh, sorry, I muted myself. People who are watching on YouTube, we are not hearing me. I was muted. Thank you so much, my brother Gerard. I appreciate you. You are always there for me, my brother Gerard. I thank you so much, Gerard. Thank you. May Chukwu Kabiyama bless you more and more. Thank you so much, Gerard. So I was muted then, and I know each time when I'm muted, you see people begin to disappear. Instead of notifying me and tell me that you are muted, they will not tell you, they will just disappear. It's really funny how some people follow up issues or follow programs. And that also helps us to know the people who are truly your followers and those who are truly keen into the program. They are the only people that can be able to call your attention when you have a problem in the course of the broadcast. So I thank you so much, my brother Gerard. Thank you. I appreciate your effort constantly, morning, afternoon, evening, every time you're always here. May Chukwu Abiyama continue to bless you, strengthen you, and protect you wherever you are. So, my fellow Biafrans, as I was saying, I welcome everyone to this amazing program. Remember, in our platform, we don't come here to instigate violence. We do not come to this program to preach hate. We don't come here to attack people or to attack individuals or to attack any race or religion. What we do in this platform is to bring the plight of the Biafran people before the whole world. We come here to tell the world what is going on in Biafra land. We come here to expose the atrocities of the Nigerian government against the Biafran people and also against their own citizens, those who claim to be one Nigerians. Because I can bet you they are equally suffering. And many of them have accepted their fate and they cannot speak. But thank God that Chukwu Kabiyama have given the Biafrans the boldness to continue to speak and continue to air their opinion against all distractions, against all attacks. And we will continue to do so as much as we can. So I welcome everyone. The only thing we do here is to preach the gospel of Biafra, to present Biafra to the world, to say those things they don't want to say, those things they don't want the world to hear. We come here to bring them out, and we will continue to do so. In this our program, you are free to join us and make your contribution. Wherever you are watching us, whichever platform you are watching us, the only thing you need to do is just to send a request. Once I see your request, I will bring you in, then you are going to speak and all the platforms are going to hear you. Whether you are joining me where I'm hosting on YouTube David Harbour channel, that is where I'm hosting. So if you are there, you will see the link on the comment section. If you are watching on TikTok, you can send a request. Once I see your request, I will bring you in, you give us your opinion. If you're on Facebook, also send your request. I will bring you in and you will give us your opinion. In this platform, the only thing that qualifies you to join us is to be a human being with conscience. There is no law that says that you must be a Biafra before you join us, or you must be of a certain religion, of a different ideology, of a kind of no. Whatever be your ideology, whatever be your religion, whatever be your mindset, whatever be your direction, your group where you belong, whatever be your orientation, you are highly welcome. The only thing we ask for is that when you join us or when you are speaking on our platform, try as much as possible to be civil. Try to be civil. No insult, no abuses, no use of vulgar words. So keep it simple so that we can be able to present a message that the world can hear and listen to. That is what we do. It doesn't matter how angry you are. You must not agree with everything I say. You must not agree with everybody. Hold on to your opinion. We respect your opinion. You come here, you share your opinion. Then every one of us will listen and see how intelligent you are. That is what we do. If you have a superior argument, much, much better. You bring up your superior argument, convince us. Convince us why you are bringing such argument and why you believe in what you believe. With that conviction, you can win a soul for yourself or for whatever you believe. So that is why we're here. We keep it open for everybody, respectfully. My fellow Biafrans, I appreciate everyone. And once again, I wish you all a very wonderful weekend. We are not going to spend all day here. I appreciate those who have chosen to spend their weekend with us, even in the most difficult time. Weekend, some of us, it's only on weekend that we have time to spend with our families, attend to our personal needs. But yet, you see people joining us. That shows how important the cause of Biafra is, the quest for Biafra is. It is important to some of us. It is our religion. It is our hope. It is our faith. And we have no other hope except that. That is why we hold on to it and we hold it very tight. So, my fellow Biafrans, today we have come again and we are going to discuss today on a very interesting and important topic. A very important topic. That is what we're going to discuss today. And the topic we are going to discuss today is Nigerian dark secret exposing daily human rights abuses against Biafrans. The world must know. Whoever you are, as long as you're a human being, because from the name I see somebody who is writing on TikTok, you call yourself oath taker. As far as I know, that's not the name of a human being. No sensible person bears such a name. No reasonable and sensible person will bear such a name. So if you are human and you are reasonable, be bold enough to click the link, then I will give you the opportunity to come and portray your points. Instead of making baseless accusations, just click the link, come in and make your case. And then people will see how intelligent you are, or at the same time see how foolish you are. So feel free to use the link. Just use the link. It is there for you. So make use of it. So my fellow Biafrans, the topic, as I said before, that we are discussing today is Nigerian dark secrets exposing daily human rights abuses against Biafrans. The world must know. The dark secret of Nigeria is something that they are trying so hard to keep. Something they are trying so hard to keep away from us. But as they try to keep away that from us, as they try to keep it away from the world, we continue to bring it up. And with every single opportunity we have, we're going to bring it up and let people hear us. I can see you there, Oteka. Then speak to us, Oteka. I saw what you wrote in the comment section. You said, after buying our people, you people must collect. So Oteka, or whatever you call yourself, I will address you according to the name you wrote there. So can I hear you? You can speak to us and let's hear you and hear what you have to say, so that others will hear you. People are listening. You're welcome.
Very unfortunate to see you here sitting trying to expose Nigeria security for human rights abuses and stuff like that. After everything that you guys have done to our land and our people.
Hold on, when you say you guys, I want you to be very, very specific. You know, when you are talking, the world is watching and people are listening. You should be specific and know who you are talking about. When you say you guys.
You guys, when I mean you guys, I mean you, Simon Ekman, Ngozi Orakwe, all these Sonia Parawa, Gemma, Ndengemma, every one of you that call yourself the whatever in exile or whatever nonsense you people have been doing after buying our people, you come here, you have the effrontery to come and sit here with your bold face. You got some neck, man, and tell our people that Nigerian government is violating our people's right and stuff like that.
Please, can you increase your volume so that people can hear you properly, okay? There are people paying attention to hear what you have to say.
Can you hear me right now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, increase your volume a little bit. I can hear you. Go ahead.
So, after doing all this, drawing military to our land, telling people that you have purchased an aircraft, a jet fighter to Kano Jet, you have purchased a warship, or whatever you call it. After all this nonsense, after all this charade, all the shenanigans, display of idiocy in the highest level you did in Finland, you are still talking about Biafra. You got your Biafra, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 2nd of December or November 2024. So why are you... Listen, you people should bury your heads in shame at this moment in time. You people should just go and start knowing how to pay restitution for whatever you have done to our people with deceit. I saw your Obato Bebe from Obato Bebe to Obato Bebe the other day crying in court, looking jaded, looking tattered, like a nitwit that he is.
You see, I don't know your name. You hold on. I am the one conducting the program. You see, the idiot has run away. That is how foolish some of these idiots can be. I intentionally allow him to open his mouth and speak, and then engage him, and he ran off. This is one of the reasons why that when such idiots come, people don't give them opportunity to speak. I gave him the opportunity to speak, and he knows before I start my program, I lay the foundation on how the program goes. You don't come here to insult people. You don't insult anybody. Make your point. If you have a superior argument, stand on your superior argument and let us sort it out. And the idiot just came out and began to insult and insult and insult. He insulted me. I still allowed him to go on. He keep on insulting me. Allowed him to go on. He insulted my Prime Minister, Master Simon Ekpan, who is in detention. I allowed him to go on. He now entered into spilling lies that Master Simon Ekpan was crying in court. Look at the idiot. You see that kind of idiocy. When you see them, when you see a clown like that, even from the name, Oteka, even from the name, you will know that this is just an idiot that is just walking around from one place to the other, and he cannot engage in constructive argument. You are still there listening. Why are you running away? Don't run away. I have let down the way I do my program. Maybe you were listening when I started, or you have been following, because for you to mention my name, Chief Survivor, it means you've been following my program. For you to mention my name, Chief Survivor, I don't even know who you are. I can't see your face. You are not even bold enough to come out with your face. You are hiding under a cartoon, and you are writing on my comment section. Still, I gave you that chance to make your case. Just maybe you have something to say. I gave you the opportunity. Then you come out only to insult and insult and insult. And when I wanted to engage you, you disappear. You look at him. He said he can't be the same. You can't be the same platform with me, and you came here to watch me and also send a request and brought yourself up. Now, who is foolish? Somebody who cannot. You say I can't be on the same platform with you. You cannot be on the same platform with me, but every day you keep on watching all my programs. Because from what you were narrating, you've been watching all my programs. And today you come on, I told you to send it. You sent the request, I brought you in, and you were speaking. When I wanted to engage you, you ran off. You can't be on the same platform. You know very well that you cannot even be on the same platform with me. You know very well. You are not wrong in that. You cannot be on the same platform with me. You can't. You can't stand me on anything. You can't stand. I wish I can get some idiots like you that can have the confidence to at least spend 15 minutes in discussion. Even 10 minutes, just 10 minutes. Let me not take it more. 10 minutes, just 10 minutes engagement. I wish some people like you can come out. 10 minutes engagement is enough. In all the things he was saying, he said, you people, I told him to expatiate. Then he narrowed down. I'm not even sure he's even a Biafran. I'm not even sure whether this guy is a Biafran or whether he has something to do with Biafra or not. And you see this kind of bunch of idiots always come. They go on the comment section and write. And when you send them an invitation, boldly come in and make your case. The next thing is that they disappear. But look at you. TikTok is general. People are watching. Everybody's watching. I allowed you. Even when I have led foundation on the way I do my program, I still allow you. You started by insulting me. You insulted my group. You insulted my prime minister. Called him names. Made your business accusations and all that. Then when I wanted to engage you, you disappeared. The whole world is watching. And that will tell the kind of what AI I was talking to. Because I don't think that is a human being. Because a normal human being will always sit back to engage, even at least for 5 minutes. But you disappear. And you are the comment section they are writing. Sorry for the distraction. There are people who are watching on YouTube where I am hosting the program. I'm sorry for that distraction. Sometimes we need to pay attention to them. You know, sometimes they claim to be smart. Or they will be saying, oh, you don't bring me in. You will not bring me in. You can't stand me. That is why sometimes when I see certain information, certain messages, I will allow them to come in to express themselves. Let the world see how smart the people who are typing and who are claiming to be this and that, who they are. Tell people who you are. Introduce yourself even. He didn't even introduce himself. Nobody even know who he is. So even talking about it is a waste of time. But all the same, we'll thank you, and we'll continue on our program. And the topic we're discussing today, as I said before, is Nigeria Dark Secrets, exposing daily human rights abuses against Biafrans. The world must know. You're welcome, my beloved brother Christian. I can see you there, Christian. Thank you so much for joining.
Morning, Mazichus.
Hello, my brother.
Yeah, can't get many. Oh, if I'm just a button about I know my usual place, so say Mfuka in a baka some mado. So that na mudo de qua.
Just my brother. Just when I was about to introduce the topic of the day, somebody just came into the program because there are some people who are watching on TikTok also. So the person came in from TikTok. I gave him the stage to speak so that others can be able to hear him. Then he began to make their usual accusations. I don't even know who he is. His name is what he wrote in his name is Oteka, without picture, without video.
Keep the accusation. Capable accusation. Yeah.
That after we buy people, then we will now come and begin to accuse Nigeria of human rights abuse. We still have the nerves to come out. That last time Master Simon was crying in the court. The Master Simon who reported, he was in court crying in court. We are there. We are
Onyara. Yeah, well, but it's one of those things. He could have been anybody, you know. So Augustro Iruya and obviously he just could have been anybody. He's irrelevant. Yeah. He just came in to distract or whatever, but he failed woefully because it doesn't change nothing. We know what we know, and we know whom we are. We know what we are doing. You know, our freedom is what we want, and everybody know. Some people, when you hear this word evil, it's not some abstract thing. It lives in human. Now there are those who are pure evil. Trust me. because knowing what the whole world know now about Nigeria, how can anybody come and tell you otherwise? Even when their chief of staff, that Musa, or what they call it, telling Nigerians to go and learn how to fight to defend themselves. So what other excuse will anybody who is one Nigerian will come and tell? They know what they do. They know that Nigeria is a killing field. Nigeria is a terrorist country. This is not my word. It's the word from world leaders now. Canada, they call them out completely. APC and PDP. These are the two known political parties in the country that they are terrorists, and that's what they are. Somebody is saying that okay, they are saying now, the same military people, they are saying that the sponsors of terrorism in Nigeria, that they are being hidden, that they are hiding them. So tell me now, during Buhari, people is understandable because Buhari himself was a terrorist. He was a sponsor. He was a coordinator in every way possible. But Buhari is not the president now. Tinubu Yerobama is the president. So why is he there? So why are they hiding the names of the sponsors and Tinubu, who have the power as president? Why is he not doing anything about it? That means he's one of them. Simple as that. If you are covering something, it's because you are complicit in it. That's why you're covering it. So this whole thing, whoever it is that came in, hello, Queen Anoa?
Yeah, we hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah, whoever it is that came into the program to constitute nuisance, he failed woefully because he is not even have the God to come out, show your face, or show you whom you are, or make your point. Let us talk about it.
Just make your point. Even engage us for some time. He didn't. He just ran off.
Yeah, come in. If you feel like you have a point, if you think that your own point supersede others, come out and let's talk about it.
Absolutely.
Let's debate it. Yeah. So for me, I always say that these people, not only are they evil, they are also coward. Because if not, come out, let's talk about it. So let's see where the whole thing will fall on, So you just came, you talk blah blah, you run away because you can't even stand the truth. That is the thing. Oh, there go, my brother. Just carry on and I just let me come in to know what is going on. But I'm with you this morning, bro.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So, my fellow Biafrans that are watching, wherever you're watching from, we go back on our program. Don't get distracted. These are one of the things we'll see. And when we see them, we engage them and we move on. So, my fellow brothers and sisters, today we have to try as much as possible to uncover Nigerian darkest secret. Nigerians have a very dark secret that they are hiding. They are hiding it. And most of those secrets, I bet you that the world knows, but I don't know why they're keeping silent. Nobody knows why they're keeping silent. The ongoing human rights abuses against Biafrans is unimaginable. Unimaginable. Every single day, our people are buried, detained, silenced, and brutalized, and nobody is doing anything about it. Even as we speak, it's still ongoing. And what they do is to push a different narrative. They'll tell you it is the agitators that are doing it. And this is one of the things they are doing that is really disturbing me, that because most of us are not paying attention, more especially those of us on the media. Many of us in media are busy speaking on issues that doesn't matter. And these people are here changing narratives. You can see the idiot that just came out now. The idiot tried to twist everything that we are, after we fight our people, we begin to come and talk about the Nigerian government. Just imagine. Something that there are evidence, proven evidence on the human rights abuses against the disciples. Even Amnesty International just released their reports recently. In the report of Amnesty International, it is very clear who is responsible in this security. But yet, when you talk about these things, people fail to listen, and some people begin to pretend about it. And today, Nigerian government is pushing an agenda to change that narrative and push everything on us. It is so sad. All this brutalization is happening while the world pretends not to see. The world is pretending not to see it. But today, we will not keep silent. We will break our silence, and everybody has to start speaking in your own little way. We call on the conscience of humanity. every human being on the planet Earth that has conscience should pay attention to what is happening in Nigeria, more especially in Biafra land. The human rights abuse against Biafrans, the disappearance of people in Biafra land. We have seen so many that the Amnesty International put forward to demand for their whereabouts, people who the government disappeared from their home, parents, and left their children behind. This information are not hidden, they are in the public. It is not a propaganda. You yourself can equally search online and you will see the information. It is everywhere. But yet, the world is silent. The world is silent. Why? Why is the world silent on what is happening to the Biafran people? Why? And why we are going to this program today, we are going to enter into this program today for you to know that these people, they know what is going on, but for one reason or the other, they have refused to do what they are supposed to do. For one reason or the other, they have refused to do what they're supposed to do. That is why we are going to share. We are going to share from the information that is coming from the United States of America. The information coming from the United States of America. The report they have on the human rights abuse in Nigeria. Why I am choosing United States of America is because we know that the news came that the United States have approved armed deal with Nigeria. And I don't know how that is possible with all these reports and information that is on their table.
It's incredible.
With all this information on their table, yet I don't know why they have chosen to go that path. To approve armed deal with a terrorist government.
Yeah.
At this point in time.
Yeah.
And when we say people don't understand, today you can see what I'm sharing there. This is U.S. Department of State's 2024 country report on human rights practices in Nigeria. This is the report. And we are going to read the report. We'll read that report and we'll see what they have there. Then let us find out why is it that US, we have all this information, and yet they still have the guts to say they want to approve anything or do anything with Nigeria. That is the double standard we are talking about. And it is unacceptable.
Magistrates, you know that, right. Yeah, Magistrates, you know that that is why we have to continue to do what we do, because at the end of the day, it's our existential threat that is our existence that is on the line, right?
Yes.
So we can't really rely on anyone, just like what Israel is doing, whether right or wrong. But when you know what is going on, you know that is at the end of the day, you are the one that will be the victim and nobody else. Therefore, you have to do what you have to do, regardless. Because, okay, let me first say that I was watching a program, I think it was late yesterday, when these military people in the zoo, terrorists, that's what they are, terrorists, saying that he was being interviewed, that Musa was being interviewed, he said that when there's terrorist activity going on, when they call the military, that because of bad road, they find it difficult to reach there, and that the bad road in the country is another contributing factor. You see, just like this guy who came now to spew rubbish, saying this and saying that, they know the truth, they lie, they shy away from it, they lie instead. How can you tell me that because of bad road, you cannot get, when you are called, when there's a desperate call, you can't reach there because of, how about the fighter jet? What about the Tokona? All those things you people are buying. So what is the essence of buying all this fighter jet that you people have that you use to bombard people in the southeast? But when terrorism is going on, hello? I
can hear you, my brother. I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. So when there's terrorist activity going on, you are lying. You are using excuse that doesn't make sense because of the road is bad. But you can easily use the fighter jet that you people have to go there and bombard the people. You wouldn't do it. The activity will carry on sometimes days, hours, with no military to come and confront them. When they finish and go, you people will come there. So you see, they know what is going on. Like I keep saying, this Tinubu government, I don't exonerate or put anything past them. They are just, for me, they are the same thing, just same. He hasn't demonstrated that he's willing to fight terrorism. And when you see these Canadian courts, they call them terrorist parties, the thing just it's not out of thin air. There's something they know. Now, in terms of American government approving arms sales to a terrorist group, you can clearly see that for these people, they don't really care about humanity. It's all about what matters to them. It's all about their personal interests. So when he favors them, they can even eat and dine with anybody. With Osama bin Laden, they can eat and dine with him if he favors them. Because again, we have to see what happened at the end to think that this U.S. administration will be by even selling arms to. It's incredible. How? A country that has a proven record of terrorizing its people, a country that has a proven record of working with the terrorists. They are there in the government, they are there in the military, in the Navy, everywhere, in the police, they are everywhere. And the government knows them and they let them get away. They don't confront them. So why are you selling arms to them? This Gumi that Saudi Arabia deported back, he came back into the country and was left to work freely. Why are they not apprehended him and let him and figure out what is going on? He is the middleman. He is the one coordinating terrorist activities. He goes into the bush, the forest, to coordinate with them. And he's working freely. So Tinubu, if Tinubu is not part of them, why is he not doing something about it? The answer is just doing nothing. So the issue of the US is something we have to dive into. And for me also, we'll see at the end where it leads to, because that will be one of the greatest disappointment. But maybe I wouldn't be too surprised because I know what they do. I know how their interest lies, you know.
It's all about interest.
Yeah, exactly. They don't care. They don't care about humanity. That's what everybody have to. It's just about how you affect them. When they talk about democracy, it's the greatest sham you can ever imagine. Democracy is the sham of the highest order, because they will not only open their eyes and watch. Sometimes they will be supporting people who are fighting for their democratic rights. They just sit and watch. Sometimes they support people who oppresses people fighting for their democratic rights. How do you come and tell me democracy? That's bull crap. You are just worse than anything you can imagine. You know, we Biafrans are people. We are democracy. If that is what you call democracy, that is what we are. Because we believe in freedom. We believe in people being able to speak for themselves, being able to determine their future. That is what we believe in. But the British and the rest of them, they'll be working against us, killing millions of our people. And nobody wants to talk about it. They just cover it up. You know? So that is the situation, my brother. But we'll keep preaching, we'll keep following them, you know.
Thank you so much, my brother. So as I go forward to read these very reports from US state, that's United States own website, their own website, that is where I'm reading from. For us to know the US Department of State. US Department of State. These are the informations they have with them. You can imagine with all this information, and yet they will begin to consider going into armed deal with Nigeria. It is heartbreaking. I read, it says, there were no significant changes in the human rights situation in Nigeria during the year. This report is for 2024. And it goes ahead to say, significant human rights issues included credible reports of arbitrary and unlawful killings, disappearance, torture, cruel, inhuman, disregarding treatment and punishment, arbitrary arrest and detention, serious abuses in a conflict, serious restriction on freedom of expression and media freedom, including violence or threat of violence against journalists, violence or threat against labor activists or union members, and significant presence of any of worst form of child labor. All these informations they have in U.S. State Department about Nigeria human rights abuse. He went ahead to say, the government sometimes took steps to investigate alleged human rights abuses by officials, but persecution and punishment for such abuses was rare. You see, I know everyone should understand that when they are making their own report, at least they're going to make it, they're going to try to be politically correct in a certain way. They will make it politically correct. They will always put that their political correctness to find a place to land. On this part I have read already, you can see things that were mentioned, the situation of Nigeria, how it is. And that is exactly how it is. There is nothing to paint it. When you talk about maybe in some cases, Nigeria never investigate any human rights abuse. They don't investigate. Neither would they ever punish anybody, even when they pretend to investigate. They will never punish anybody for any human rights abuse or hold anybody responsible. More especially when it has to do with Biafrans. When it has to do with Biafra. All this is the right here is exactly the situation. Even today, it is worse. It is worse. 2025, when the report of 2025 comes in, it will be worse than this 2024 you are seeing. Arbitrary and unlawful killings. It is still going on today in Biafra land. Disappearances. It is still going on. Amnesty International just spoke about it. Torture and cruel. It is still happening. Inhuman or degrading treatment or punishment is still happening. Arbitrary arrest or detention, it is still happening. Serious abuses in a conflict. Serious restriction on freedom of expression and media freedom. That one is still happening. Today, they have now even stopped people from even saying anything against the government. You must not say anything the government does bad. You must support them in all the first of all, they will tag it as a hate speech. If they don't tag it hate speech, they will say it's media, whatever law they put. They put so many laws against the media. People on media cannot be able to express yourself.
Mazichu, sorry. Before I forget, because things seem to escape my mind sometimes.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it's going to be very, very important that USB government petition the US government over this atrocious behavior. Why do I say that? It's known to almost everybody that the arms and ammunition that the Nigerian government acquires ends up in the hand of the terrorists.
Absolutely, they know.
So the USB government, if they cannot petition them, I'm not saying maybe we won't be able to stop them, but we must do something at least for them to know that we know what is going on. Because today, as we speak, these same terrorists, they appear to be more armed. They have more arms and ammunition than the government. Because we see these things on TV, on YouTube. When they go into operation, the level of arms, the level of sophistication of arms that they have, and we see almost on daily basis how these arms ends up in the position of the terrorists. Some of them are in the military. So even if they have these arms, because they themselves, the military, they are the terrorists. They are terrorists. Some of them repented ones. They say that they put into the military. Some they say that reintegrated and whatever name they call it. So they facilitate these arms going from the military, from the government to the terrorists. I don't know if people see what we see. Every now and then you see them loading arms, the so-called terrorists, so-called military, Nigerian militaries, just looting the arms and handing it over to the terrorists. Some of them get caught along the way. We see it on YouTube with arms and all these bullets and so it's important that a petition is made over this move by the US government, because why are you supplying the government arms when the government is working with the terrorists. It's a known fact. The government is in bed with the terrorists. So in other words, you are aiding and abetting the terrorism going on. That is what I mean. If U.S. government is selling arms to them, then they should be known to them that they are aiding and abetting the activities of the terrorists in the country. Because the government, not only are they not willing to fight them, but they are allowing the arms they are buying to end up in the arms of the terrorists because they know the objective of the terrorists, and the government seems to be aligned with that objective. That is to kill the people and to push the agenda of Islamization and Fulanization. How can that be happening under this current U.S. administration is beyond me. With J.D. Vance, the things he has said, I've heard the Vice President J.D. Vance said, and they allow arms and ammunition to flow into a government that is a terrorist government. That is unimaginable. You know, I just want to say that before I forget that very crucial point. I think this thing has been going on for some time now. We've been hearing this rumor for some weeks now that this current U.S. administration is planning or have approved to sell arms to Nigerian government. So a petition has to, a very strong opposition letter has to be written to them for them to know that we know. Again,
of course, you know, something when they do it silently so that it will not draw attention of the people. Mm-hmm. That is why even when you broadcast about it or talk about the issue, they are not even in their news. You won't see it. You won't see it in the popular news. You won't see it anywhere.
Yeah,
they do it. It's only on some places that are going to see it, and they do it intentionally to keep it secret.
Yeah.
Even when they have this information on their tables.
Yeah, because Tinubu, since he came in, I think it's a little more than 2 years now, has absolutely not demonstrated anything to show that he's interested in fighting terrorism, but rather he's doing everything conniving tactically to pursue his agenda of 2027. That's what he cares about. Not about protecting the people, not about going after the terrorists with the might of the military, if they have it, but I believe because they've been buying and importing arms and ammunition all over. So why are they not using it to go after the terrorists? And he has shown that he's not ready to do that. And people are showing now, even some militaries are coming out to talk about the fact that those people sponsoring them financially, helping the terrorists, that they have their name, but that they are being covered by the government. The government is not willing to go after them. So these are some of the things the USB government, this is their area. This is where they should be operating on. Thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you, my brother. So I continue to read that in the report they have, we continue to say non-state actors committed arbitrary and unlawful killings, disappearance, physical abuses. And why didn't they go deep to know these people who are these non-state actors? We know that the non-state actors they are talking about that are committing all these crimes they are mentioning now are the people they call the unknown gunmen. And the unknown gunmen have been unmasked. Right from the time of Mazi, these people are unmasked. They are members of DSS, members of the police. They organize these false flag operations in Biafra land in order to demonize the structure of the Biafran people or the Liberation Army of Biafra. And when they want to generalize, they say non-state actors. Why don't they go deep, dig deep to find out who are these non-state actors that committed arbitrary and unlawful killings, disappearances, physical abuses, and other mistreatment? We know who they are. They have been captured several times. Even when the unknown gunmen were exchanging fire with the police at a certain stage, somebody was shot down and they went to his pocket and they saw the ID card of DSS, Nigerian DSS. This information is in the public. But they choose to take the ones they would take and leave the one they would take. I went on to read, he said, Boko Haram and Islamic State in West Africa continued to attack on civilians, military, police, humanitarian, and religious targets, unlawful recruitment and forcibly conscripted child soldiers, and carried out score of attack on population center in the northeast region. Abduction by Boko Haram and the Islamic State in West Africa continues. Both groups subjected many women and girls to gender-based violence, including forced marriage, sexual slavery, and rape. The government investigated attack by Boko Haram and the Islamic State in West Africa took steps to counter the growth of the insurgent insurgency. Individuals believed to be associated with the Eastern Security Network. Okay, let's first take this their part. They say government investigated attacks by Boko Haram and Islamic states in West Africa and took steps to counter the growth of the insurgency. Where did they take that step? Who made this report and told United States of America that this will take any step?
It's
they
lying.
have never taken any step. The situation is worse now than it has ever been. The only step they are taking is to recruit terrorists into their military. That is the only step they are taking.
But Mazi, you have to know that it's very possible that the government also have their propaganda machine. These are the people feeding
Of course, they do.
So they are the one feeding these lies to the American, whatever it is, because we know. I mean, come on. Common sense would tell anybody what is going on. The terrorists are now, today as we speak, way more emboldened, more, my goodness me. Do you know, in few days ago, do you know what they are doing? They are as close as in taking over the entire places. So to say that the government is not taking any step, absolutely they are doing nothing. Rather they are just pretending as if they are doing something, but in other words, they are doing nothing, because that same Musa came to say that people should go and train how to fight, combat, whatever. You are training to combat against people who have AK-47, sophisticated weapons. How are you going to combat them when you don't have arms to defend yourself? Meanwhile, the same military will come and invade you, take up your arms, seize it, everything, leave you vulnerable. They just leave you defenseless. They leave you defenseless before the terrorists, and when they come, it becomes a walk in the park for the terrorists. So these people are just lying. And somebody has to make the world to continue to know that this is exactly what's going on in the country. There's no military. They are all compromised bunch of terrorists, infiltrated people. The world has to know that. Thank you, my brother.
Yes, my brother. It goes ahead to say, individuals believed to be associated with the Eastern Security Network, the armed wing of the separatist group, the indigenous people of Biafra, staged attack on security personnel, civilians, and government offices, including police stations in the southeast region. Criminal gangs killed, in the southeast region. Let us take this one.
Yeah.
Let us take this one now. You see this one. Individuals believed to be associated with the Eastern Security Network, the armed wing of the separatist group, the indigenous people of Biafra, staged attack on security personnel, civilians, and government offices, including police stations in the southeast region. And when you read this, you begin to wonder. This is 2024 report. As at the time this report was made, 2024, there is nothing like ESN anymore. There is nothing like ESN anymore. ESN has been disbanded. We no longer have anything called ESN. There is nothing like ESN. And there are evidence pointing to that. The one that is calling himself, what is he called? The leader in Switzerland, the HOD in Switzerland, came on a broadcast and he told the world that the governors approached him and told him to hand over the ESN to them. And he did. And also, this criminal in Anambra State came out and made a video and said that they are now working with the IPOB. All this is in 2024.
Yeah.
That they are now working together. Meaning that the ESN is now working with the one they term to be ESN is working with them.
Mazi, what you just read now, Mazi, what you just read now is the zoo government talking. Simple as that.
Simple.
This thing you just read, okay, maybe it's coming from US, whatever, but that is just the word of the zoo government, who are the Biafrans. What we ask for is simple as ABC, freedom to determine our fate. We're not even Ukrainians who are trying to coordinate with Western world against Russia. No, we just want to be free to be able to determine our fate. That Ukraine have for many years, but because they are taking a different route, that is where Russia is coming in. truth is true, whether anybody likes it or not. Whether you say it, you will die. Whether you don't say it, you will die still. Truth is truth, and we know what is going on. For us, we are not forming alliance or allegiance or whatever with anybody to fight anybody. No, we just want to be free. We don't want this caliphate to come and impose their religion, their Sharia, and their everything on us and completely decimate us. That is what we want to be left alone. Go and form your Sharia, whatever, with your own people. Leave us alone. So this write-up you just read is pure word of the zoo country controlled by the caliphate, supported by the British. It's as simple as that. Because
those ambassadors are doing in Nigeria to get this information, this kind of information, and fit it in.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Have their purpose.
That's what they're doing.
The fact on the ground is that there is nothing like ESN. ESN is not supposed to be mentioned in 2024 reports. They have nothing to do with that. Whatever thing has been happening there, they said unknown government, we know they are DSS people. These are false flag operations conducted by DSS. We can prove it. There are evidence to prove it. Even during our sit at home, a member of the police DSS was seen enforcing sit at home on a video.
And Maz, this article, is it a recent one? This article you are reading?
It's a recent report of 2024 report about Nigeria human rights situation.
They publish it in 2024.
Let me check.
Yeah, because it's important.
All they wrote there is 2024 report. This is the latest report. This is the latest report. That of 2025 has not come out. It will come out after 2025.
Okay, so but you recently lay hand on this now, eh?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's very correct.
Because 2024, Trump wasn't there. That was a different administration. Democrat administration was there, 2024. Now, so it's important.
You're right.
So it's important that the USB, which is a government now, keep in mind, it's a government now, they have to go to work. They must go to work because it's a government.
My brother, you just made a very critical point. If Trump has to work, he should not work with this report they gave in that.
Of course, because it's fake. It's fake.
It's a fake, very, very fake report.
Yeah.
It's filled up with so many complications. It is not straight. Massachusetts. You see, that's why I'm saying that the USB government has to go to work. They really, really have to sit up and go to work. Because one, this report was from the Democrat. We know whom they are. The Obamas of this world. So it's coming from them. And even these arms sales you've just talked about, it could have been also carried forward from maybe 2023 or 2024. Maybe it's not even the new administration of Trump, which is not even 1 year yet. So I'm not trying to exonerate. But I'm just saying that the government has to go to work, figure these things out, These things, we as individuals, we can raise the voice, we can raise our voice, we can raise our opinion. It's up to the government to pick them up and work on it. Because I don't see how this government that is trying to do certain things will be the same government arming and equipping a terrorist regime that can't even go to... Since this guy is there, have you seen him in the United States? Not even one. But he's been to Japan, he's been to France, he's been to everywhere, but I've never seen him in the United States. Have you asked yourself, why has this guy who is perambulating around the globe, all over the globe, but America? They said leading with the country with the largest population of the most populated black African nation, have you? Nobody said the color.
Yeah. I've never seen him go to America. This is a tradition, usually Nigerian government that goes there. Why hasn't he gone there? I'm still waiting to see. So this is area where the government our USB government has to continue to work. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my brother. And he went on to say, criminal gangs killed civilians and conducted mass kidnappings across the country. In some cases, targeting children, authorities attempt to investigate and prosecute some incidents. I didn't see anyone, they didn't prosecute any incidents. They didn't do any. Anybody that's telling that one is lying. This one is extrajudicial killing. There were reports the government or its agents committed arbitrary or unlawful killings. There were numerous killings reported similar to the following examples. And these are the examples they gave. In August, non-governmental organization NGO and media organization reports on security forces killing and injuring individuals during the End SARS governance demonstration. That occurred that month around the country. In November, Amnesty International published a report that states it had found police killed at least 24 persons in connection with the August protest. Local media report on the instance in which a boy aged 16 was killed in Zaria State. The army reportedly arrested one soldier involved and began an investigation. You see, in all these things now, I never hear the ones where they mod for Southeast too. They never mentioned anyone for Southeast too. In October 2023, Amnesty International reported that 15 protesters who participated in the 2020 NSAS Special Anti-Robbery Squad protest against police brutally had been in detention since 2020. In March, the Lagos State High Court discharged and acquitted 3 persons of alleged involvement in the NSAS protest. In August, a Lagos State Magistrate Court discharged 6 individuals who were arrested during the NSAS protest after they plead guilty to a reduced charge of breach of the peace. 3 Nigerians filed suit of human rights abuses during the protest with the Economic Community of West Africa State Court of Justice. The court ruled that the country violated the human rights of the 3 persons and ordered the country to pay each individual 2 million naira. Just imagine. 2 million naira. That the security agents responsible for the offenses should be prosecuted, and that authorities had to submit a status report to the court within 6 months. There were reports of mass killing by criminal gangs nearly every month in the northwest state of example. You see, when it comes to the issue of the government, they just do it sketchy. This report they gave now about the abduction and mass killing of the government, they didn't even make any report. Nothing was said about the Southeast. Nothing was mentioned about the Southeast. The South issue that is even worse now as we speak is still going on. You see what we are facing? That our case is not even making a headline. Look at where we appear. In this report now, you see where we appear. ESN. You see where they placed ESN, where the ESN. In this report, you see where ESN appeared. But when it comes to the human rights abuses of the government, the arbitrary detention that they talked about, the loss of life of innocent citizens, you see that it was not mentioned. It was not seen anywhere. Instead, they will still go to the north and begin to pick incidents in the north. They go to the north and pick incidents and report. But in the Southeast, Biafra land, they will not pick any incidents there to go and report. You see that no incident from that side is making this a headline. Even when we know that Amnesty International is forwarding many disappearances now. A man and a wife that have disappeared since 5 years now, since 2021. I showed it the other day on my program here. A man and a wife was abducted from their house since 2021 up to date. Nobody has seen them. And such report, in this kind of a report, that did not make a headline. Did you see that issue here? Did you see that issue here? When they were reporting, they just said Amnesty International reported about human rights abuse and they jumped it and went on. And they come to North, they begin to tell our people, give you instances in the North of what happened. They will use North as instances. That is where they take the instances. But the things that are happening in the South, in the Southeast Biafra, they will never, ever, ever make an instance from there. Do you see how difficult it is in what we are pursuing? Do you see why we must have to continue to shout upon everything we are doing with all the evidence we are pushing online? Is still none of our cases is making it in the headline in their official report to their government. Imagine. Are you not worried? There were reports of mass killing by criminal gangs nearly every month in the northwestern state. For example, during 5 days period in Magang killed 49 persons in Anka local government area of Zamfara state. Cohesion in population control. The National Human Rights Commission, NHRC, investigated the allegation made in 2022. Reuters report of secret military program of forced or coerced abortion of women and girls who had either escaped or been rescued from Boko Haram captivity. On November 8th, the HRC released a report stated that there was no evidence of an abortion program run by the military. You see, even in the report, you see, just like my brother Christian said, it's like the people that are writing the report. Even I don't know whether Nigeria. There's nobody they cannot buy, because what they are writing in this report is nonsense, absolute rubbish.
Malchus, you know that. Hello?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. So you know that this is where all hands has to be on desk for this movement, because it's a serious stuff going on. Even that brother Okechukwu guy, you know, during the first or before the first Trump term, he was he canvassed very actively for Trump. And in fact, some members of Trump's campaign team interviewed him. I watched it. He was interviewed. So he has some, should I say, voice too. So all hands has to be on this. That's why I'm trying to say that everybody, whichever capacity, must continue to talk. Because if you don't talk, well, obviously, it doesn't necessarily mean that when you talk, things must change. But at least, to an extent, it could change, or at least they will also hear your own version. Therefore, all hands has to be on this. And again, with the USB government now, like I've said severally now, they have to go to work. Because, so going to work simply means that it's a new page. It's a new page. Like when it comes, because this report is from 2024, from the previous regime, and we know who they are. So we have to continue to push now, so that the new write-up, it will reflect reality. It will reflect the truth on the ground. And now that's again. Hello.
Go ahead. Mute yourself, Greg.
Why not?
Hello?
Go ahead.
Yeah. So again, that is not to say that, because when it comes to US government, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes it just feels like hey, Greg.
Go ahead. I miss him.
Okay, good. So sometimes you just feel like whoever you vote, whether you vote Democrat, you just seem to get the same result. To an extent, you know, like if you vote Republican, because I know how much our people campaign for this Republican administration. Even Nnamdi Kanu campaigned seriously, vigorously in the first term, and this second term, Simon Ekpa was, if not the first, the second leader to endorse this US government.
That's right.
Either followed by Hungarian president or after the Hungarian president. So obviously we know why we do it. It's not because of anything, but because we want a government that will reflect reality, truth, you know, freedom for humanity. That is all. We're not asking for anything. So, but again, like I said, because the agenda sometimes can be so aligned, you vote Republican, you get the same. You vote Democrat, you get the same. But the benefit of the doubt is that this is a new government that just started this year. It was this year that the government started. So these things, as horrible as it is, this write-up, they're coming from previous administration, which is Democrat. So our own USB government has to begin to work so that they will see the true, you know, version of what's going on the ground. Because what is going on the ground in Nigeria is that the government is a terrorist government. And then when I say it, now Tinubu is trying to unify South, sort of, right? But you know why he's doing that? Because of his re-election. 2027, that's what it's all about. Tinubu is not about fairness.
About justice. Oh my God.
Can I call you?
We can't hear you anymore. I think you got a call. Okay. So let's continue to read. Let's continue to read.
Mazi choose before you go on. Let me ask Nuche na Abia. This guy Okechukwu, he always mentioned. For me, in every for me, I don't see that guy as being real, standing for Biafra. Yes, he might talk about Russia, talk about Biafra, Igbo, but this guy is not standing fit for anything concerning Biafra. The guy is more of what concerns Russia and all those stuff. This is jail, Okechukwu, or whatever. So any person that cannot stand Gidiban for Biafra in this critical time and he's pretending that he loves Igbo or he do this, I don't take him serious. That is my take on that guy. Because he live in America and he know what the Igbos have been going through. Starting from Mazin Nandekani have been coming in and out. Sometimes he will criticize, sometimes he will be there, and he will dangling. The guy, I don't think any Biafra should take him serious.
America Konyabi.
America Kobe. This is former Nollywood.
Yeah. I know. I know he was in Nollywood, but he's a big
when he left Nollywood, he went to America and do his master's. I think he did his doctorate in America as well. He live in America. Every time he will come and talk. He talk much and do nothing.
It's sad. Open no na America and continue with this approach of one leg in, one leg out. It is really sad because
don't take him serious.
It's sad. Guy. Because with the opportunity to have made himself very visible, I was thinking, quite frankly,
he live in America. He live in America. So sometimes he will go, he will start about the church. Sometimes he will start about. So it's not a guy for me. It's not a guy to take serious.
Yeah, I know that is true.
The issue of Okechukwu, I know what the issue of Okechukwu is. Many of us knew when the issue started. And that issue came from people who still claim that they are Biafran, just like some of them are doing now. It takes an extraordinary strength for you to stand in this very struggle. If you are not called for it, if you are not blessed for it, not everybody will take all this insult. What did they insult person here? Not everybody will take them all. It's not everybody that you will insult and then you see them sit down at all. Okechukwu, when he left Nigeria and entered the US, he was very active in Biafra issue. Even when Mazin Nandekano was here, he was very, very active in the front line. At a point in time, IPOB media warriors, if you see how, the same way they faced Mazin Simon Ekpa, that is what they did to Okechukwu.
Because he was a man of Emunike sometimes. That
wasn't the problem. They attacked him on this. The major reason they were giving that time, there was a message Okechukwu preached. And that message, Okechukwu was saying that when we are exalting an individual, do not exalt somebody, give a title that belongs to God, to a human being. That is not good. That some of the time we go overboard because of the love we have for somebody, we devote the love.
He have a point on that though.
And when he preached that message, people got angry.
He had a point.
And they attacked him. That was how they begin to castigate him. There is no kind of name they did not call him.
Mazi choose, that is not enough.
That was when he decided to withdraw.
This point is not good enough for any person
being active on the issue. He withdrew.
Somebody who is standing for Biafra, this thing is not enough to make him not to stand for what he believes.
My brother Greg, sometimes when we speak, we face reality. Everybody's power is not the same. Mazin Nandekano that is in jail, it's not everybody that can go to jail as Mazin Nandekano is going.
Yeah.
There are people that are dedicated in Biafra. They can't do what Mazin Nandekano is doing. Mazin Simon Ekpa that is in similar fighting. There are people that love Biafra, but they cannot face the risk Mazin Simon Ekpa faced.
Yeah.
He put his own career, he put it on the line. A man that have achieved a prayer point of people, he puts it on the line. It's not everybody that can do it. Our level of sacrifice is different level.
The gifts are different different levels.
So when you are judging people, don't judge on that level ground. That is why we must be very careful the way we speak about people.
Yeah.
Sometimes we take our hand and drive people away, and at the same time we come and blame them. They should be act like Jehovah. They should act like Jesus.
For me,
it's not possible.
Massachusetts, for me, to be honest with you, I've always had this notion that we must not exonerate any one individual to the point where God himself begin to be angry or jealous. Because you don't do that.
This was exactly the message Okechukwu preached, and all the people, all the media came against him.
Yeah, you don't do that.
They attacked his personality, they attacked his family, they attacked his career, everything about him.
Oh, that? Well, I don't know this. I didn't know this, to be honest with you. See, this is the thing. I didn't know that all these things took place because, to be honest with you, personally,
Okechukwu was a very hardcore Biafra. He preached. I used to
wow.
watch his message now.
Wow.
I his program.
Yeah.
Okechukwu is not yesterday issue.
I didn't know that.
They are doing. That is when I come here and begin to talk about unity and peace, some people come and begin to talk rubbish. I just look at them.
Yeah.
It has destroyed a lot of things.
Yeah, man.
A lot of things.
Yeah, you know.
So many people that came here genuinely to support Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They came genuinely. Let me tell you, Mazi Nnamdi is an extraordinary human being. If not, he if you don't run, come on, live on a command, go himself.
Yeah.
We should not be expecting people to act like Jesus every time.
You see, that is the thing that, for me, like you rightly said, gifts or talents of different levels. What Nnamdi Kanu goes through, or but if we were some people, they would have compromised already.
Compromise or run away completely.
Some in the position of Nnamdi Kanu, they would have said to the Nigerian government, okay, put some billions into my account somewhere, and I will come out and begin to talk about Biafra, but just for the sake of it. No, just, So, but my point is that we always have to be careful too. If we truly believe in Chukwu Oka-Abiama, we must be able to walk a fine line, know where to draw the line. You don't do that to exonerate a mortal man that can be locked up and throw the key away, that can be taken away just like that. You don't have the power to do it except God. So when you begin to insult human being to that level, you begin to look at somebody as a savior. There's only one savior. That is Chukwu Oka-Abiama.
You are setting the person up for destruction.
That is it. They set you up for destruction. And somehow too, with even some people were coming to do that. These are the guys.
Some of them are still doing it. Even up to today, they are still doing it.
Bro, these two guys, just like any other, just like Ojukwu himself, these are people I reverend. You can't even begin to imagine the courage, the blessing, the joy, the awareness, everything they bring to the table. I reverend is you can't even begin to imagine. But at the same time, I know that they are mortal man. They are just human being. Okay? If I go through any of them, I will give them the ultimate respect and do the best I can, because they will go down in history as people who has put in everything on the line. That is unquestionable. But if you go overboard to begin to call somebody your savior, you begin to call somebody this and that, like one woman will always say that you're a human being, you're just a human being. God gave you the opportunity, God elevated you, he gave you the strength and wisdom to fight to free your people. But don't get it twisted, because if you do, then he will show you that he is God, that besides him, there's none, no one, absolutely no. Muhammad Ali was telling everybody that he is this, he's the best, he's the second to his best. But God can bring you, God can even shut up your mouth. You open your mouth, a word won't come out. God can do that. Because we know this thing, we've learned these things, never try to take the play. But some people, like you said, they do it just to set you up for destruction. So,
That was the message that created problem. There was a program that Mazi Simon Ekpa held. In that program, when he was holding that program, somebody came in that program and called him one name like that. He said the person should stop it. I should not call him that name. That title doesn't belong to him.
Yeah.
There's a title that belongs to God. You shouldn't call him. He will remove the person. Some of the people, when you talk about this thing, they get so offended. And the funny thing is that they are not even genuine, that they are nonsense.
Exactly.
Choose don't
like the case of this our brother. This is for our brother Wazuke. There was a day Master Samuel was talking about Wazirike case. Master Samuel said that he doesn't have any anger in Wazirike again, with what he is seeing, with the experience he has now. That he is not angry at Wazirike for leaving the struggle. Master Samuel never said it. He is not angry at Wazirike. And he explained it further. Even when Wazirike came out to explain what he passed through.
Yeah.
Just as they hold Mazen Nandekano now. They hold you. And they brought your commanders before you. Your commanders are the one now convincing you to come out.
Yeah.
Your own commanders are the one who's sitting before you and convincing you. Say, this thing we are tired, we know they only you do. So it's better you just join them and forget about this and come out.
Choose. My take on all the whole thing, sometimes you don't like calling names. It was Adada Rama who came, he was calling him, giving him the name they normally give to Jesus. And when he tell him he's not above Jesus and he should not try it. I know that particular this thing. The point I'm trying to make here is this. If the person whom you are giving those names accepting it is when somebody like this Okechukwu can come and start using it as this thing. But when they give those names as they give it to Simon, and Nandekano has given himself as well that he is no more than Jesus Christ. Simon Ekman has come and said that Jesus is his personal Lord and Savior. So, and those people, when you watch those people who give always these names, are the people that don't even know the name of God. They don't even believe in God. So what you will look at those people, are they believer in the first place? So what I'm trying to say about this Mr. Okechukwu is this. When you talk about the matter of Wazirike, I'm not angry for Wazirike. I follow the Wazirike. I've been in this place for some time, 2005 or 2004. When Wazirike said he will be coming to Germany, we were following him with Ojukwu. There was an arrangement in Düsseldorf that he will be coming. People came from all over the world. But Wazirike did not see him. And Ojukwu did not come. So, and after that, all those ones just a bygone. So what am I trying to say? I'm not angry to Wazirike because of his top agitation, but I'm only angry to Wazirike because of some of the comment he is making against Nandekano, who is carrying the mantle, and him working with the Nigerian government and some Igbo governors to make sure that those things that Nandekano is fighting will not come true because it's not coming through him. So that is where he is evil. And the same thing I'm talking about this Mr. Okechukwu now. I'm not against what he's preached, that somebody should not give name that belong to God to a man. No, but that is not good enough for him not to stand after seeing all these killings in Igbo land. And every time he will be talking about Russia. Every time he will leave the thing that is happening in his father's home, that he pretend that that he love. And he's living in America, even as he's claimed to have connection with the Republicans. He have never stand on his feet to preach against those things. So I know what I'm talking about. So if Okechukwu is real, indeed, we should by seeing him by now standing up. That is not enough for him not to stand up and say, this is what is happening to my people. And he stand up against it.
Where I disagree with you. You see where I disagree with you. In deciding who is real and who is not real. Many of us are making mistake on that. Knowing who is real and who is not real. We are making a great mistake on that. The basis upon which we are deciding or choosing who is real and who is not real, the basis upon which we are making those decisions is very, very wrong. That is why when I come here and talk about peace many times, I talk about it. It is very important for some of us to come down and learn and follow a different path from the path they are following before. There are people in this struggle, their only job is to trigger you. I have encountered many of them in this my platform. One came this morning. They will only come to trigger you. Just like Wazirike and the way he was speaking. Most of the word Wazirike was speaking, they triggered him. It is people, there are people that it is their job. They'll just come to trigger you. They will come to accuse you falsely. Some of them will focus even going to your family. And in the exchange of words, human being will always be human being. That is why these days I don't even consider what anybody says. That is why I don't watch anybody's program. Except if it is the one somebody report, I see that the report I saw, I come across it. But to go and sit down, I don't longer pay attention because there are a lot of confusions and information that are not right. Some people just be there just to trigger you, to trigger you so that when you say something, they will not take that thing you said. They will go and push it out of proportion. And now people begin to run with it. The next thing you begin to see become an advertisement all over the world. Human being will always be human being. All of us are not equal. Everybody have the ways of handling issues. Some of us are not blessed the way others are blessed. I can bet you that 95% of us, if we were in the shoes of Mazi Simon Ekpa, we will not be in Biafra struggle today. Follow they talk all this rubbish. You will not follow. What thing they don't do? Which kind of name they don't call you? But at the same time, not be everybody go fit carry those weights. Not be everybody. You get person where you go put that kind of load. You go JJJ come out the load, keep them for you. Make you dead there. Until when you are ready for him to carry the load, he can't help you. Carry on. So when we mention this, I believe you will see our video or he's listening or what he's saying. What we are saying that he should use his better platform. He has a strong platform now. He should use his better platform to make our case.
That's what I'm saying. So if he's not using it, then he's not real.
You don't give him that assignment by accusing him or saying that he's not real.
Because he had been there for long.
But when you are making that request and you are showing the word that he's not real, he's fake, he's not consistent, those kind of word. Even when you know that we are reason why he took a position that he took.
Okay, he's real. Let him do it. It has been long time that we have been respecting him. He's real. Let him do it.
That is why we are calling him out all this while. Every one of us know where he fall out. I am not happy that when they invite him in a very big program, for him to use that opportunity and chip on our issue, he will not talk.
You know, Mazichos.
I'm not happy about that, but I don't want to come here now begin to attack him.
No.
I'm not attacking him. I'm not attacking him, but what I believe, that is
was there before, and we drove him away.
That is why we are individuals and we have different opinions and different character. What I am trying to say, I'm not attacking him. He's my brother. I still love him. But when I watch some of the way he go about the Ukrainian issue and Russian issue, if he had been strong like that on what is happening in his father's house, his voice will be he will be added into the voice of the people that are crying in the desert. And you live in what is happening in your father's house, and you're talking about what is happening in Russia and what happened in Ukraine.
He single-handedly organized the breaking of OSU system, a caste system in Biafra.
I know about that.
He raised it up. People moved it. He pushed it from the beginning to the end.
Mazichos,
when he wants to do something, he will do it. We just have to continue to encourage him.
Yes.
Make him forget the don't pass. Let him encourage him to use his good platform now and chase the
Mazichos, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, what I didn't know about Okechukwu is what you just explained, that he was like 100% in it back then. I didn't know that.
100%, 101%.
So, and you know that is somebody, because I've listened to him severally, and I've been able to figure out his kind of, should I say, his faith system, sort of, right? So, it probably must have been a burning issue in his heart to see human being so highly exalted like God. That could set off somebody too, based on how your faith holds, based on your belief system. I understand that. So, like I said, I just learned from you now that he was very strong, and so somewhere along the line, maybe seeing these things going on made him somehow begin to, from my own assessment, he now looks like somebody who somehow believes or feel like Nigeria can be salvaged if only they have the right leadership, like Peter Obi, because I've seen some of his videos where he was presenting a narrative, that tend to favor Peter Obi. Now, from my own hello?
Go ahead.
There you go. You're right.
So from my own from my own take is that I know for a fact that Peter Obi is, if he becomes president, he will not be allowed to do much, if any. Now, but it seems to me that with the latest development, okay, Chuku, again, I didn't even know that he lives in America, and being a strong supporter of Trump in that first term, because this second term, I didn't see him much propagate Trump, but that first time he was very vocal. So, and again, knowing that he's now in America, he has opportunity that he would have seized so much to propagate Biafra. At least because, like I said, he knew some of the members of the campaign team. That is a huge leverage to have that position. I am here. I'm not in the States. We only speak, and sometimes when somebody listens, maybe they pick out one or two things, which, so now, but it seems to me from the last video of him that I saw, it seems like reality 100% is dawning on him now that Nigeria, one, cannot be savage, and that two, that there's a calculated effort, a well mapped out effort to stifle Ndibo, to emasculate Ndibo. It's beginning to dawn on him. Therefore, it would be advisable that he also do a little bit more, because we are all in it. We are Jesus Christ. We are all in this shit. If we don't get it, if we don't succeed, we all feel it. We will all be at a terrible place, and you don't want to be there. So he must he has to do some push a little bit more. Same thing I'm urging the USB government. They have to take advantage of the position, because I believe that not in everything was in accordance, we just have to put our effort, but God will complement it at the end of the day. The USB, Dr. Ngozi Orebeze, has also a very unique opportunity. I understand the domestic issues as a wife and as a mother. I understand sometimes the hindrance or limitations, but if you can just push a little bit more, and if also there's 100% commitment, because again, I don't know. It's only God that has the ability to read the act of any human. So if you remember that I've been saying severally about the jury being out, I think it's still out, but I'm not there yet to run a conclusion. But may God just help us. That's all I can say, my brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my brother. So we continue on that human rights reports from the U.S. He continued to read. He said, the insurgency in the northeast region by the militant terrorist group Boko Haram and ISIS, West Africa, continued. The group conducted numerous attacks on government and civilian targets, resulting in thousands of deaths and injury, widespread destruction of property, internal and external displacement, with more than 3,600 million internally displaced people, IDPs, and 383,000 Nigerian refugees in mostly Chad, Cameroon, Niger, armed criminal group linked to indigenous people of Biafra IPOB movement separatists. The southeast region conducted significant attack on government and civilian targets, resulting in dozens of deaths and injuries, destruction of properties, and reduction in economic activity. You see the kind of reports these people are making. You see, in all these reports, since I've been reading, have you ever seen where they spoke about the atrocities of the government in Biafran territory? They don't mention the atrocities. Anytime you see Biafra come into this issue, it will always be to attack us or to accuse us of one thing or the other. Anytime you see Biafra mention ESN, you see they mention ESN, they mention IPOB, it will be to accuse them of one thing or the other. And it is not a good sign. It's not a good sign. This is a report that is in the U.S. Department of State. It is not good for us. And these things are lies, bunch of lies. Before you begin to study this report, you have to know the reason why things are happening. We do not have ESN, that's number one. Number two is that the defense force we have on the land, the Biafran Liberation Army, are only engaging on self-defense to defend our people against the arbitrary arrests, the unnecessary killings by the military and the Boko Haram that they recruited to the military. That is what they're doing.
I think the person who wrote this report wrote it in the favor of the Nigerian government. That is 100%. And
you can imagine. And this report is what is in Trump table. This is 2024. Yes. This is what is in Trump table.
That is of recent.
The report of 2025 has not come out.
Yeah. That is of recent. That is last year. And these are the reasons why maybe Trump. So all this, I thank God the report is out. It delays on the government of Biafra government to use this report and write their own report and send it to, because if people like Canada, a judge in Canada who have the right information before he prescribe APC and PDP terrorist organization, that person must have a very solid report. This is a report that made this criminal what do you call him? The former foreign secretary of the United States of America, Blink. Yeah, to say that the thing they see is just only he says it's just what do you call it? What?
Only communal clash in Nigeria. It's just communal clash.
No. He said those things they sure is only a kind of that's fake. That is just a fake news. A kind of a fake news that nothing was happening. Because I read his Twitter handle. That's about 2023, when they were pushing everything that was happening in the East and the Christians. He said it was only a fake news. There was nothing like that. So, but America should look in which information did this Canada judge come from before he concluded this party as a terrorist organization. And any person that is his ambassador is Nigeria, and that ambassador is an honest person, and he's not giving his people right information, that is a corrupt ambassador. Because what is happening in Nigeria every day is not hidden. Everybody can access it. Everybody can see it, even though the Nigerian news doesn't carry them. But any person living in Nigeria knows what is happening. That is the fact. So, but Nigerian news they're not allowed to carry them. So it's only the people who have access with media and internet and all those things can access some of all those information. But it's not possible to get them to Nigerian news. No single Nigerian news carry anything that's happening in the East, especially in the Biafra land. It's not allowed for them to do that.
Thank you, my brother. Military operation against ISIS West Africa Boko Haram criminal organization targeted, resulting in civilian deaths. On April 10, an airstrike on a village in Zamfara state killed at least 33 persons, according to the village leader and residents. The military reported airstrike took place across Zamfara, including Maradun local government area, and had eliminated armed bandits. The leader of the Dagon village in Maradun claimed no armed bandits were present in the area. Nigeria Defense Headquarters denied civilians were killed, but did not provide a death toll. You see, there were numerous reports of deliberate killing or death resulting from attack by suspected terrorist organization in June. Women's suicide bomber conducted a series of coordinated attacks in Borno, killing at least 20 individuals. My focus is that on these reports of these atrocities, they don't mention what they are doing in Biafra land. What is happening to us is not mentioned anywhere. It's not mentioned anywhere. There were reports security service used excessive force in the pursuit of Boko Haram and ISIS West Africa suspects. A time resulting in sexual violence and other forms of abuse. There were periods reportedly for security screening and perceived intelligent value. Women and children removed from or allegedly associated with Boko Haram and ISIS West Africa, including women and girls whom insurgents had forcibly married or sexually enslaved. There were reports authorities held many detainees in poor conditions in the northeast region. Some of the detainees included children, women believed to be associated with Boko Haram, some of whom might have been forcibly recruited or married. My worry is that in all this report, I'm not seeing the atrocities of the crime they are committing in Biafra land didn't appear anywhere. It did not appear. And this is my worries. It's my worry. That is why you see that we are in a very, very deep shit. Sometimes when we are hoping that miracle will come, the right thing has not been done. After all, we have seen Plateau people, Plateau, even their reverend fathers, go to United States, up to the White House to go and lay complaint. We have seen the people in Benue State people went up to that place. What about the things that are happening in Enugu State, in Ebonyi State, mass killing that is happening in that place, in Imo State? Nobody is making a case. Nobody is going to tell them what is happening. The only thing they go, they tell them that we are the ones causing the problem, that we are the problem by ourselves. And this is my worries. This is something that we need to be worried about. It is a whole lot. It is a whole lot, and it's disturbing. If I continue to read this again and again, it is really, really disturbing. It is disturbing, and it is not good at all. It is not good. Nobody will see this and be happy. And I see somebody joined us, USB. Can you speak to us, USB? Let's hear you. You've been here for this long. We don't have your voice. Just make your point and contribution. Let's hear you. USB. Are you there? Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, USB. That's what is written there in your name. Unmute yourself. USB, if you're there, unmute yourself. Let's hear you. Unmute yourself, USB. I guess you are not there.
Massachusetts.
Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, there's something that just came to my mind now. It's not really relevant to what we are discussing, to the topic, but it's important that I say it because these things are internet, you know, they 5 years, 10 years, whatever it is, they will remain there. So, and again, sometimes when we speak to, maybe it brings light into certain things, and for the benefit of maybe our benefit or benefit of anybody. So it's always good to, when these ideas comes up, you put it out there. You just don't, sometimes you cannot even overestimate or underestimate the value, the importance of it. You know, I was talking with a guy who more or less a professor in the zoo, and somehow he agrees. Again, that's why I said it's not relevant to what we are discussing, but it just came to my mind. I said, let me throw it out there because these things are documented. Now, the guy, he was telling me that he agreed quite all right that Nigeria is not a workable system and that he doesn't believe one bit that it will work. So, and I asked him, so what do you think? What is your solution, you know? And he said that his solution will be for this Tinubu government. He specifically said this Tinubu government to order a referendum for Nigerians to decide if they want to continue after a century lifespan of Nigeria given to them by the British. So he's a professor. So I told him, but look, I understand your point, but there is a caveat to it. Why? Because we, the Biafrans, we are the people that need referendum. If Nigerian government or if the world bodies want to give referendum, it's not to Nigerians, but to Biafrans. And he said, how do I mean? And I explained to him, I said, look, that we are the people who has fought a war. In fact, the war was trusted upon us, but we fought it anyway for our freedom. That is all we asked, just to be free. That because the Nigerian system have their knee on our neck till this day as we speak, and that we fought the war for 3 good years. We existed as a nation for that 3 years. And afterwards, a peace agreement was reached. And none of the agreement was kept, fine. But until this day, we again are the people of all the tribes or region. Biafrans are the people who are still pushing relentlessly to be free. Therefore, that if you say give a referendum to Nigerians, now I'm saying this because I want you to take a look at it, because you are an intelligent man too. Now, so I said to him, if you say you are giving referendum to Nigerians, obviously we as Biafran, we are about 70 to 80 million population, right? So if Nigerians are voting, Nigeria is about 200 or more population, so they said, right? Maybe more, maybe less, I don't know. But now, so if you are giving, because referendum means majority carries the vote, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is what referendum is. Because I was in the UK when they had theirs, 2016, I think it was 2016, when they had their referendum to go out of Europe, right? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So the stay won. No, leave won. And they left. So I told him, so if that could just be a deception in another way. And we will not accept it. Because if you give referendum to Nigeria, a majority of the people vote to stay, where does that leave us? You cannot do that, because if Nigerian people wanted to leave Nigeria, then Nigeria everybody would have gone their separate way. But they didn't. They don't. We are the ones who want to leave because we know what's going on with us. So you cannot go and give person when sick, now then they give medicine. Eh?
Yes,
so you cannot go and give referendum to Northerners or to Yorubas. These are people who have had the power back and forth from back and forth among themselves. You can't go and give them referendum. If referendum is for Biafrans, so if Biafrans vote to stay, that is it. We end it. We never talk about it again. That same assurance now they cannot give them. So, but to come and make it a general exercise, that on its own is a pure deception, and we will never buy to that. Just let me throw it out, because again, you never know who is listening or where it might. At one point, would it come to effect or usefulness? So that's why it came to my mind. I said, let me say it. The people that want to leave is the people that need referendum, not those who don't. Because if those people wanted to leave, then they would have left all along. We have always been like a lone ranger in the terms of living. They came together, all of them. They fought us, right? So that is just the thing. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much. As at that one, for me, what I see there is a deception. If there is any referendum referendum are people who are worried and concerned that they give referendum to decide. Why do we have to? We don't have anything to do with them and referendum. We have done our referendum and we are good to. We've gone already.
Yeah,
so just like what Mazi was saying, Mazi said that even if any referendum will be conducted, it will be conducted and we will monitor it.
Yeah.
We will monitor it. The international community should come and conduct it, and we will monitor it.
Yeah.
But not for conducting a referendum with Nigeria. It doesn't make sense. It's just a deception, and nobody's going to accept that.
Exactly.
Just like you said, if there is such clamor in Nigeria that everybody wants to go, there is no need to conduct a referendum. The voice has been there. Then all you need to do, everybody pack his load and go.
Exactly.
But all of them have united in one voice to say they want to keep their one Nigeria. It's only the Biafrans that are saying that we no longer want to. We are not comfortable anymore.
Yeah. Because why do I say that is that, yes, we know we've done ours and we're good to go. But just for clarity's sake, because I've seen the deception and it's on the highest level, and because I've also had people on a top level say things like that, but it's not going to happen. That they should give Trump should give Nigerian referendum. No, Nigerians don't need referendum. So thank you so much. That's just the point that is good to keep in mind. But I think you are right by making the point that I think Samonekpa has forgotten that he said something to that effect.
Samonekpa said it. He said if they want to conduct a referendum, the international community should be there to monitor it. While they will be there to supervise it while we monitor it as it will be done. It cannot be like Nigeria election.
Yeah.
And it is for the Biafrans, not for Nigeria. If Nigeria has any referendum to conduct for anything, it is their business. We are not part of it.
Exactly.
At all. So There's nowhere we don't have any ground for us to be with them to begin to conduct anything called referendum. We have done ours and we got our results and we are working with it. We are gone already. If they are not satisfied with it, if the international community say they are not satisfied with this, they should come and conduct and then we monitor it and they will see it for themselves.
Exactly. Yeah.
That is it. Thank you so much, my brother. So as we are going, if people are paying attention to what I have been reading all this while, there is a very big concern that I have in this very report that the United States, U.S. state this thing has. You see, what I've been reading here is from the Department of State in the United States. That is Department of State, U.S. Department of State. That is where I got this in from their site, and I've been reading it. My very, very, very strong concern is that each time we hear complaints of the human rights abuse, instances are always made in the northern part of Nigeria. They use northern part of Nigeria, the abuses of the people, individual. Why is it that the things happening in Biafra land are not mentioned? We have different kinds of attack that have gone against Biafran people on different occasions by Nigerian government. The disappearance of people is one of the things that the Biafrans are high. You see them here, even mentioning arbitrary arresting of children and this and over detention. The people that are suffering that are Biafrans. They are Biafrans. And they will never look about. Go to the northern part of Nigeria, you will see people who are being detained there just simply because they are members of IPOB. People who were taken during the time of Obibo, during the Obibo crisis. Many people that Muike took from Obibo crisis and took them to the north, up to this day, they have not been released. Up to this day, they did not commit any crime. Some of them, many of them were not even member of IPOB. They were not even part of the struggle or whatever. But they were arrested. They carried some of them to the north. Some of them are still in River State. There was a time this lady came in, that Yoruba lady came in, made a program and was complaining about the number of members of IPOB she met in detention when she was there. And that they are still there for many years. Not because they committed any crime, just simply because they identify with IPOB. And this thing doesn't make a headline in a report that is handed over to U.S. state of, what do they call it? To the U.S. The report in their hand does not contain anything that has to do with all the... You see, everything I have been reading here, all you see is the northern part of Nigeria. The human rights abuse in the northern part of Nigeria. Anytime you hear them mention us, they are mentioning ESN. And it is about crime. It's about one unlawful thing or the other. You can imagine this kind of a report. That is why when we are talking, it will seem we will be crying and shouting every day. It will seem as if nothing is happening. And this brings me back when my brother Christian began to hammer the issue of these politicians. These politicians are doing us harm. A very great harm that if care is not taken, it will be almost impossible for us to survive in it. And for some of us who think that the role of these politicians is just a joke, let me go back and look for that video of Mazen Nandekan. I want to go and look for that video of Mazen Nandekan to play that video so that you can, after listening to Mazen Nandekan, you begin to understand the role that these criminals, these politicians are playing in drawing us back. You see why we must do everything humanly possible to see that we do not continue to validate this their nonsense. This nonsense we must not, under any circumstances, we must not validate it. If you know anything you will do to make sure that they stop this their madness they call election in Biafra land. Anything you can do as a group, as an individual, do it. Because that is where our problem is. You see that the problem, crimes against us, is not even reported anywhere. That is why I used to say that crimes against the Biafrans does not amount, human rights abuse against Biafrans does not amount to human rights abuse. Genocide against Biafrans does not amount to genocide. These are serious issues that nobody is paying attention to. Let us listen to this message of Mazen Nandekano again. Listen carefully. You will see what Mazen Nandekano will talk about this.
And I said before I speak to them, I also give my conditions, which I know they couldn't meet. It's not possible for them to meet it. And I did it deliberately. I didn't want to speak to them. They sent Roger Zokaro to come to me. First to my parents. My father said no. My mother said no. That where I stand is where they stand, in life or in death. And they came to prison. I was even from DSS dungeon. The promises came. The vice president, anything you want. You have a very beautiful wife, you better go and enjoy her than being in prison. Wow. Anything you want. And I said no. That what I want is a referendum to determine if you good people want to be part of the zoo or part of Nigeria, or part of Biafra. Choose one, zoo or Biafra. They said no. And Sibaja tried to make contact. When I came out, I don't know if I've told this story before actually. And Ohaneze hijacked it. I went to see Mia Wode in his house. We sat down, had lunch together. And I told him what my conditions were to lift the boycott in Anambra State, which they couldn't meet. And I said to Wode very simply, go to Abuja and tell these people that these are what our people are asking for. I said to him, go and bring us something. Not for me, for everybody. He went there and started negotiating for a ministerial position for one of the children. I'm telling you, what I'm doing is fact, ask him. Somebody asked him, but you people are being called to Asorok because of Nnamdi Kanu. Why didn't you tell him that you're going to Asorok? He said it is for Igbo leaders. And once the powers that be knew that he hadn't IPOB support, they just gave them 5 million naira for transport and dismissed them. Hadn't Nyawodo remained with me, when the governors called me, I told them the same thing in front of Professor Ben Wabese. They said, oh, but Nwodo, Sodudo, Ebremadi is upstairs. Do I want them to come? I said, no. Government House, Enugu. The former DSS director came with his bags of money in euros, in white sacks to bribe. Ask anybody working in Government House in Enugu. I said, no, I don't want to see them. Not because I want to be the only cock crowing, no. Because of consistency. Can you last? When you're tempted, are you going to succumb? Can you sustain this very effort we're making? So they have come. And I gave them my conditions which they can never meet. Open Warri Seaport, open Iguacha Seaport, open Calabar Seaport. Make Enugu an international airport where we can fly to US and come in at will.
Exactly.
Build Iguacha Enugu, Onitsha Enugu Express Road. Yep. Complete second Niger Bridge. Simple. Are these things difficult?
No.
As I'm telling you this, go and ask them in Asorok if your friends there. They have the piece of paper I gave to them. They ran away. Because some Igbo men were busy gossiping, saying if you allow him, when he finishes fighting Nigeria, he will come here and fight us and kill all of us. That's what they said. And you know one other thing they said? They told every Igbo billionaire around the world that nobody should give me one dime. Ask them that if you give Nnamdi Kanu money, he will go and buy weapons. That nobody should give me anything. I'm going behind Agabiga. You won't believe it. That we are here by the grace of Elohim, not by any of our strength, to be honest with you. Any day we are serious, the world will know. How do you want Canada to regard the Biafra referendum or...
Listen here. Listen from this part. Listen carefully from this part.
The people that the ambassador knows are the governors or maybe Hanese. Did you people not hear that British government went to Biafra land when I was in prison? Oh my goodness. The British High Commissioner was touring everywhere. When they wanted to kill me, went to Obi of Onitsha and asked him, what do we do to Nnamdi Kanu? That one said you can kill him if you want. They went to Atusia. Atusia told them you can never touch him. If you touch him, this person will burn. How many times has the US government been to Enugu?
Listen.
They go to Ohanese. I don't want to say it. They went to Ohanese and the governor. They asked them, what do you want? Oh, leave those rascals, leave them. Miscreants. We want restructuring. What they're asking for is untenable. But the same man said if there is no restructuring, they'll join IPOB to do Biafra, isn't it? Did he complete what he said? No. Is he doing what he said he's going to do? No. And you want me to work with these people? It's not going to work. I say, everything I do, I say it in the open. No.
You see, I wanted us to pay attention when Mazin Nandikan was speaking about the people that these foreign countries go to meet when they come. The people that the ambassadors go to meet when they need a report. The people they rise to, the people they contact, people they visit. What information are they passing? You can imagine.
Those people they meet our enemies.
Serious one. And they are politicians. Ohanese Ndibo, governors. Yeah. That is why you see a comprehensive report of 2024 from the U.S. state of U.S. And yet, there was nothing said about the atrocities in Biafra land. Yeah. The only places we were appearing is only place where they accuse us of one thing or the other. That is the reason you are having such kind of report. Because the people who are supposed to stand and speak for you and I, they are our number one enemies. They don't even want to. They don't want anybody to hear about us.
And
that is why you see this disturbing report.
Do you see
A report. You see the report. U.S. Department of State 2024 country report on human rights practices in Nigeria. Every single abuse that is there, you see it is not east, not west, not east, not west, how people die, but in Biafra land. Even when Amnesty International have numerous people that are supposed to make it in this very report, they didn't make it. The only place we are mentioned in this report, U.S. Department of State, is where they wanted to indict us. Because the people that send information and the people they get to make are our number one enemy, and they don't want to see they don't want us to see the daylight. Go ahead, my beloved sister Ojugo. I think I heard you want to speak.
Yes, I want to jump in. Good morning, everybody. Those on the platform, those Biafrans listening anywhere you are, I say good morning. Do you see why that weapon was approved? Do you see the what the US they are looking at? They approved that weapon or ammunition for them to fight terrorists. They use the name of terrorists to get what they want from all these Western countries. But I thank God that there is a country that is exceptional, that really know and they are truthful of whom Nigerian government, whom they are. Canada, at least, they know who Nigerian government are. And do you know who went and met the confirmation of this thing they wrote to US government? Soludo. Soludo is an eloquent speaker.
Yeah.
Soludo, they said, is a professor.
Yeah.
Soludo, watch it, that it was after Soludo's speech that few weeks after that was this approval for weapons came out. So he traveled to USA to make that confirmation.
Mm-hmm.
Soludo is one of our biggest enemy. Soludo and most of them, I don't know which one is the most evil person.
Soludo is the most deadly. You know, I've been emphasizing it.
Yes, for him to travel to USA, he knows about this weapon. He knows about this. So he went there to make that confirmation before our people. Before our people. And our Mumu people, they don't know that Soludo used them to confirm his agenda. Because when he said that, nobody interrupted that speech. Nobody said, no, that's not true. Nobody. Because if that speech was, yes, if that speech was intercepted, then there might be reason to look into it. But nobody. And why? Because our people, they don't know the agenda of Soludo.
Yeah.
They don't have a mind. They don't know what, because, I mean, these are people that are smart. These are people, this is a government, a Nigerian government. So they know how to operate. And whom do they use? Somebody from Biafra land to confirm that nothing is happening in Biafra land. That what is happening in Biafra land, we are causing it ourselves. It has nothing to do with the Nigerian government. And look at it, take it well. It was a few weeks after that this Donald Trump approved this weapons for them in the name of their fighting terrorism. But we will see where those things are gonna end up.
Oh, you see why I placed them?
It is very annoying.
You see why I placed them at number one?
It is very annoying. Very, very annoying.
Number one.
In the
That
sense
is
that
why I am happy.
This same Donald Trump, in his first term, was the one that suspended even the arms that have been approved. He refused to supply it. He refused to supply it until they begin to pressure. He supplied it under a condition. He attacked it.
But
has
can I
things
say
changed now? Things have not changed. Things even
can I?
Worse
things has not changed. Things has gotten worse. But you know, that's why they send Soludo from Biafra land to make that confirmation, for them to have evidence that nothing is happening in Biafra land.
It's called horse's mouth. They hear from the horse's mouth.
They hear from the horse's mouth. So
same thing as Bianco. No.
Yes,
exactly.
And that's why I love Bianco. No, yes. So that is why I love this centralization that the government did, because they will wake up one day. They will wake up one day, and they will parcel all the government people in the government, parcel all of them, and send them out, and we will take our place. It's gonna happen in their eyes. Let them continue doing whatever they're doing. Whether they approve whatever they want to approve. US, if they use their weapon to attack us, US will stand for it. Period.
But I hope,
Thank you.
Ozugo, I hope we are praying for that because, again, as an outsider, okay.
Go ahead.
Hello? Okay, so I said that someone, who is on the outside looking in, I hope that happens because the thing is this. Soludo presented himself as an Igbo person. Whether he is or not is another question altogether because we know the rot, we know the damage that the caliphate system in connivance with the British, we know it. Look, this thing is like they plan many years ahead. This is the thing. What this we're witnessing in our bid to free ourselves, they worked towards it many decades ago. They infiltrated through so many means, including some of these people like Rudo. Like I've had some information that his mother is Igbo, but was given birth to by. So now that is something else. But the truth of the matter is that he's an Igbo. That is how he presents himself because he's a governor from the place. So, and with his academic excellence, he speaks eloquently. He goes. Hello? Oh, so he goes there. It becomes the horse's mouth. He tells them categorically, very clear that this is what is happening. This is what is happening, and they take it. Same as Bianco goes to Finland, they really wanted to. They know that these things are happening, but they wanted to hear from somebody, people who are on the ground, and people who are in it, who are affected by it, because they are Igbos. And he told them that this is the situation. So then they take it, even though for me the way I see it is excuse that is not genuine, because somehow they know that these things, they are not stupid. They think well, they know how this game is played. Even feel like they know that all these people coming to present themselves as Igbo governors who are in this terrorist government, they know that these things are manipulations. The system manipulated it to where we are today. What have I wanted to say? I just wanted to say something, but the truth of the matter is that it just escaped my mind. But that is why I know that the politicians in Biafra land, they are not even close, they are the number one enemy, because they have some of them, there's something wrong, they bought into it for their own personal interest, and they are worse than the enemy because they are not even fighting for the interest of Igbo. That's where you begin to ask yourself, how possible can you be an Igbo person, a Biafran, and you are working against your people? So that's where the big question lies. Only those who are not, who are enemies, can be doing the things they are doing. Look at Nnamdi Kanu's video that you just played. The things he lined up to them, the things that has to be done, simple things to be done, but they don't want it to take place. They don't want it to see the light of the day because it's not just that they don't want to do it. There's a reason also behind them not wanting to do it. It was well planned ahead of time that when you stifle the people, take away these things, it will drive them out of their land. They will not develop their land. And the more they invest outside, the more it's going to make it difficult. Not that it will stop it completely 100%, because without a shadow of a doubt, I know that no gang up in the world is going to stop Biafra from coming. The whole world can sink to the ground for Biafra not to come. People don't understand. You can gang up all your life, but for them, they know that by doing these things, Igbos are investing in the north, in southwest, Yoruba, everywhere. It will contribute to making it a little bit more difficult, if not very difficult, for them to go, because we know today that there are those who are looking at their investment all over the place, who are saying, we will go carry our house for head, we will carry our business, this and that. Now, you are wasting your time, because we are not going to leave our faith in the hand of the caliphate just because you have business or whatever anywhere. It's on you. You can move your business slowly and surely, and the house you can sell it. But if you don't sell it, it's there. It's your house. It's legitimately built. You have documents to it, because there are Igbos, there are Yorubas, there are Northerners everywhere who have houses. in different parts of the world, in Europe, in America. So it's your house, except if you don't have legalized document for the house, the properties, otherwise there's nothing to fear about. But if that fear is your problem, it's on you, not on us, because we can't continue to be a slave in a country that doesn't want us to continue to be a masculine. It's not gonna, no way. So let's just fingers crossed, and I'm happy with what Ojugo just contributed, that every day for the thief, one day now for the owner of the house. These governors, these politicians, make no mistake, they are, but I also believe very strongly that there's going to be an earthquake of a shake-up. It's going to happen in that country, and they will run haters. It's going to happen. Maybe nearer than we can ever imagine. Something's going.
I love the centralization of the military. When it will happen, they will all put their hands on their head and walk away from their office.
Yeah.
Let's see what will happen. And my brother, let me add to what you said. That's why I love what is going on now. Anybody, man or woman, group or individual, that call IPOB, I don't mean the organization, indigenous people of Biafra terrorists, should go to court and defend his or herself. Because if we don't take that up, they will keep misinterpreting freedom with terrorism. So I'm happy what Mazen Namdekalo lawyers are doing. Our government, they need to start, because we have to start from them, clearing that our name. These governors, their own, or whosoever that say have property at Lagos, how many millions of this property has been brought down? We're talking about. How many? And how many will still go down? Those who are talking about their property down, how many are they sure of this property tomorrow? Are they sure? No. No. Those whose own has gone down, were they dreaming about it and one day it will go down? No. But it just happened before their eyes came down. So we don't have problem with people that have property wherever they have. I live in US. I have a house here.
Exactly.
I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
If I'm going back home tomorrow, either I put it for sale, or rent it out and go my way. I have my documents, So those things are not our headache at all. Our headache is our number one enemies, and we all know our number one enemies. There's nobody now who will wake up in Biafra land and say, "Hey, who is your number one enemy?" The first thing they will tell you, the politicians.
Yeah.
And the next they will tell you, all these agents we have in our territories, they are our one enemies. They are the ones that brought this Fulani terrorists in our communities. And that is why they are giving them certificate of chieftaincy. Do we do certificate of chieftaincy? No, that is the reason behind it.
Yeah.
Once you have that certification, you are operating under Nigerian law and constitution. You're operating under Fulani's agenda. So our chief, we know, they never. So if Obi of Onitsha have certificate, then he's no more Obi of Onitsha.
Yeah.
Period. If he has any certificate, now they are carrying all of them to put them under one man in the Fulani, Sultan of Sokoto. Do you see how it works?
Yeah.
So please, Biafrans, if you find out that Obi of Onitsha that we all respect has a certificate, then he's no more Obi of Onitsha. He's under Sultan of Sokoto. Let Biafrans know this and be aware of it.
You remember that a governor, so-called Onyibo, a governor, I think he's the Imo State or one of these governors, he came out to say that na Onyibo no Onye Fulani will be exactly. So Uzodinma, of course, Uzodinma is a brute. Complete brute. The difference between him and Soludo is that Soludo is very savvy, academically.
Educated,
very savvy.
academically, yes.
but Uzodinma, this guy was picked by the caliphate to go and do a job on their behalf. I've spoken with guys who knew Uzodinma when he was doing 419 in Lagos. Before he then became either Senate or one of the, but he was just handpicked, just like majority of them too. So these guys, they are our enemies, but they will go down.
To save his life. That's all Uzodinma is doing, to save his own life in order to avoid facing a death squad. That's what Uzodinma is running. That's all.
Thank you so much for that wonderful, wonderful contribution, my fellow Biafrans. Remember, today we are discussing about the dark secret of this.
Mazuchus, sorry, Mazuchus, I have to go now. Maybe by the grace of God, I get one. So I know that.
Okay.
Right. My greetings to everybody, Biafrans. Chineke Gozandi Biafra. Bye all.
Thank you so much. So the dark secret exposing daily human rights abuses against Biafrans. The world must know. The world must know because they pretend not to know. And when we read this report, we are not seeing what is happening in our land. Even when Amnesty International have a lot of it, of what is happening in Biafra land. Then when it comes to the state report that they send to governments of the world, they omit it and they remove it. Now you know what we are facing. We must not be silent. The human rights abuse against the Biafran people is unimaginable. You can't even overemphasize it. It's too many. And we are going to dig it. There is a video that I saw online that I want us to also look into and see if we agree with that video, if we align with what that guy is saying, or what do we think about what the person is saying. So I'm going to bring up that video so that we can be able to listen to that video and what the person is saying. USB, I see somebody USB. Are you there? USB, you're there. You've not spoken. I've called you several times to unmute yourself. You didn't speak. Does it mean that you're not in the program or you're no longer around there? USB, are you there?
Good afternoon, Mr. Cruz. Good afternoon.
You're welcome.
Please, can you give me some minutes? I'm busy. Please, I'm at work. Please.
Okay. I got it. Okay.
Thank you.
I got it.
Thank you. I'm with you. No problem. I'm free.
Yeah, once you are free, just call on us. We'll give you your time.
Okay. Yeah. No problem.
You're welcome. Yeah. I just want to be sure he's there. So let me bring up that video. Let us listen to the video and see what we can say about this video. If we agree with what the person is saying or we don't agree with it or what we think about it.
Biafra or the Igbo people as part of the genocide. They mentioned Cambodia and other people as people that have been affected by genocide. No mention of Biafra. I raised my hand in objection and I asked the curator, does that mean that there is no written documentation in your museum about the Biafran genocide? The person stood in awe and asked me, was there any genocide called Biafran genocide?
Imagine.
Are you listening? But I decided to stay calm and sell my story because a plethora of opportunity have been presented to me. That was when I sat them down to explain that the genocide, the casualties of their genocide will be approximately 800,000 or more. But the Biafran genocide should not be less than, hold on. I began to explain to them genocide will not be anything less than 3 to 5 million persons. And the Biafran genocide gave rise to one of the most displaced people on planet Earth. The people were like, so a thing like this have happened to a tribe in Nigeria, the Igbo people. I said yes. Said they never heard of it.
Imagine.
The people we elect as leaders has never commemorated us as a people due to the fear of the federal government. Imagine the Igbo governors commemorating the memorial of our fallen heroes. Do you know in Rwanda that the genocide memorial site is funded in such a way that I received an emblem which I will show you people, an emblem that I participated in the Ubuntu genocide memorial of the Tutsi people of Rwanda. I paid and received an emblem. I got many souvenirs from there. I got this. This is one of the things I got from the memorial site. Okay? Now, the question becomes, how are we retelling our story? Our own people in power have made our voices not to be heard.
Exactly.
In our so there is people don't even know that we had a problem. People are not going to problem. That is the first issue.
The same thing we are saying here.
So we need to tell our story more. Now, there is no memorial site. Do you know the names of those that died in the Biafran struggle? 1967 to 1970. Do you know their names? Do you have a record of their names?
No.
But in Rwanda, a memorial tablet was printed where their names were engraved chronologically. Are you getting my point? Do you have the data of people who lost their life in the Biafra struggle? Has there been any reparation paid to their families of those who sacrificed their life? Or was there a mass burial done in their honor? Has there been? I'm asking. Eba kaye bidogodu. And I didn't eba kaye bidogodu. Aye bido from the nitty-gritties of before we seek for international recognition. Internally, have we recognized ourselves? Kainwe a memorial site. Why can't one community map out land? Or several communities said we are mapping out land. Obodo di Kotalon like 100 plots of land that buy a fence. And we are Melo Biafran genocide memorial site. And wetafa ndini Ajoba families ndi lotelafa edebafa engrave where a marble stone. And where general mass burial where yendi Igbo na akpo ejolomu eje jotomu from each family. Kola akọ na ndị befa so na ndị nwere ajụta ọmụ bịa nyie nwee a general mass burial site. Mgbe aka ihe ejikwuba okwu ịkpụ alụ before ịkpụ alụ ihe ebu ụzọ kwete na ọ nwere alụ emele. Are you getting my point? How many people is willing to go to pilgrimage to that memorial site to pray for the soul of the departed who lost their life in the struggle of self-realization? Can't we make it a mandate that before you become an incumbent governor or before you become a governor in any of the states, that you must visit the memorial site to give respect to the fallen heroes? But they made the word Biafra a derogatory that if you say it, you go to jail. Are you getting the point now? So they have defeated us mentally. They have defeated us as a group. The mantra of being Igbo has been defeated. The Biafra mantra has been conquered. And they've robbed us of self-realization. We are shouting. We have something like money points, OP, with respect to their brand. And where Biafra Bank, okay, I'm going to Biafra Bank, or Igbo Bank, they've conquered you as a people. In the movies you are making, all Nollywood is giving us, when a prince came back from London, she saw a palace maiden catwalking and decided to marry the palace maiden. How many movies have we done to tell the story of the war? Netflix standard. How many movies? Are you listening? If I say I've been shouting, it's a drum now, drum.
So you have heard the video I played. That video I played contained a lot of informations. It was talking about recognizing the Biafran genocide as genocide. The recognition he's talking about there is the recognition of Biafran genocide as genocide. And you heard his story, that he went for a conference, an international conference, and they were mentioning genocides. They never mentioned Biafran genocide. And he talked about Biafran genocide. And they said they never heard about that. He asked them, what do you mean they don't have? They said they have never heard about Biafran genocide. Did anything of such happen? Which country? He said Nigeria. To which people? He said the Igbo Biafrans. Mostly the Igbo Biafran, the Biafran people, mostly the Igbos. And those people said they have not heard. And he began to tell them the story. That the place they went, where they're making that conference, the discussion was on genocide. And even the genocide they're talking about is about 800, 1,000, not even up to 1 million. But in the case of Biafran genocide, when he told them that Biafran genocide is from 3 million to 5 million, and the people were shouting. When you hear these kind of things happening, are you not worried? Are you not concerned? The conspiracy is heavy. And he made a very critical point that the people who are making sure that our voice is not heard are the political elites. The same political elites we are pointing at. The same political elite. But at the same time, he himself also has a role to play. I used to see some of his video, Dibia. They call him Dibia in some of his programs. I used to watch it. He was saying about how we are conquered. We are conquered to answer Biafra. We are conquered to present ourselves as Igbos. Thank God he was including himself. He said he himself. And for us now that are in this Biafran restoration today, we are not conquered. But people like him, with the knowledge and opportunity that he has, he cannot still be bold enough to preach Biafra, he himself. That boldness is not in him. Even though he made a case for that very genocide he was talking about, which is a very good case that he made, which was a good thing he said, but he should go extra mile. People like him are the people that are supposed to be in the front line of this journey we are going today. Supposed to be in the front line. Even from the way he spoke at the ending of the program, you see that he's not even aware of how far the success has been made so far. He might be aware the success has been made from Mazin Nandekana, Mazin Samaneba to where we are today, but he is not bold enough to even congratulate those people or include them in his discussions. He doesn't. That is that same conquering we are talking. They are all scared. More especially people in Biafra land that have one thing or the other, have one personality or the other, they are all scared. They can't make a case for Biafra. They cannot. However you want it, they cannot. However you push it, they will not. And I can understand because of where they are. That is why sometimes I don't go hard on people. Just like as I was telling my brother Greg, we don't go hard on people because we know everybody have their own spirit that follow them, have their own level of understanding and level of sacrifice. He has chosen his own path on the traditional way to educate people. Good and fine. But in the process of educating people with the audience he had, he can also go further to do better than what he's doing. So when you listen to this very thing he said, it is really, more especially the fact that some people are saying they have not even heard about what transpired in Biafra land. Sometimes you see, when you talk, you think that you've talked too much, no need to be talking. But when you hear this kind of thing, you see that you have not even started. Like some of us who have been in this broadcast for more than a decade, broadcasting. When you hear this, you just realize that you've just started. And I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will give all the strength to continue to fight and go on until we win this battle. So wherever you are watching this program from, I appreciate everybody. We have been able to dig into the topic of today and we dealt a blow to that very topic. And there are some questions I would like you to answer within yourself, wherever you are. There are some questions I'm going to put forward before we end up the program. Do you believe the world is truly blind to Nigerian human rights abuses against Biafra, or is it deliberate silence? Do you believe the world is truly blind to Nigerian human rights abuses against Biafrans, or is it deliberate silence? It's a question. For me, I call it a deliberate silence. They know what is happening, but they deliberately keep silence. Wherever you are, feel free to share with us your stories of human rights abuse. Anyone that you have, you can send it to me so that I can share it, or you can come up here and share it with us in our program. The human rights abuses, the ones you have experienced yourself. If you want to share it with us, please click the link, join us, or you can send us the video. We will play it and share it with the world. It is important. We will continue to share all these abuses. If you are a victim of human rights abuse in Nigeria, a Biafran, don't keep silent. We want to be your voice to tell your story to the world. They need to hear us. If the United Nations and global powers remain silent, what should Biafrans do for self-preservation? If they continue to be silent, if the United Nations continue to pretend they are not hearing us, if they continue to pretend they are not seeing anything, what should we do? What should we do? These are questions that deserve answers. Do you think human rights organizations like Amnesty International and Human Rights Watch are doing enough for Biafrans? Do you think human rights organizations like Amnesty International and Human Rights Watch are doing enough for Biafrans? These are questions that are looking for an answer. Give us an answer. Whatever you think, whatever you feel, give us. We want to hear. How can ordinary Biafrans at home and abroad help amplify the struggle of freedom? How can our Biafran brothers and sisters at home help to amplify the struggle for freedom in the face of all these atrocities, attack, disappearance, inhuman treatment, How are they going to continue to do this? And I want you to tell me. I want you to tell me, write on the comment section and tell me, what is more dangerous to Biafran future? Is it Nigerian oppression or Biafran failing to unite? Do you think Nigeria can reform? Or is it separation the solution? Of course, separation remains only the solution. These are questions we have to be thinking within ourselves to continue to do what we have to do until we take over our land 100% and get to the destination we need to be. A lot of things that are happening today are not right, but we cannot run away and we cannot shy away from our responsibilities. We will take the bull by the horn and fight this battle until we win. The cry of the oppressed cannot be silenced forever. Whoever is listening, whoever is watching, the cry of the oppressed cannot be silenced forever. The world must know, and the world must act. Nigeria's hands are stained with innocent blood, but justice will prevail. Wherever you are watching us from, share this message, share this video, share this live stream, amplify the truth, and let us continue the march towards freedom and dignity. Together, Biafra will rise. I appreciate everyone that have been with us on this program from beginning to the end, and we are going to be rounding it up. It is Saturday. People can go to their various activities for the weekend, and also those who are going to gather in the evening will come back again, and we will continue from where we stopped. My brother USB, I don't know whether if you are free, because we are closing up the program. We are here for more than 3 hours now. We are rounding up. If our beloved brother, I know he's busy at work, that is how difficult it is. Biafrans, even when they are at work, in the difficult situation, they still try to come in to air their opinion. Sometimes it's not easy. It's not easy. These are sacrifices that people are making. So our brother USB, if you are free now, you can give us your remark as we use it as our closing remark. If you're not there, we're going to close the program. Maybe next time when you are free, you can join us and also make your contribution. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect every Biafran that is watching this program, more especially from homeland. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiyama will be with you, guide and protect you, and I wish you a very beautiful weekend. I pray for our leaders that Chukwu Okike Abiyama will guide and protect them, secure them for us. The Deputy Prime Minister will pray for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, we pray that Chukwu Okike Abiyama will sustain him, protect him, secure him, give him revelations, and grant him his freedom. Pray for Mazi Simon Ekpa that no evil shall stand on his freedom by next month, September. September, we are going to celebrate him, and he will come out in glory and in strength, and our enemies will be ashamed. No weapon formed or fashioned against us as Biafrans shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against us will ever stand. No weapon formed or fashioned against our leaders shall prosper. Thank you so much for being part of this program. I will see you again later in the day. Stay blessed. Don't miss the evening program. Be there.
We have vanquished all and we Oh, hail Biafra, we